Your mama is so ugly, when she look out of the window, she got arrested for mourning. Your mama.
Okay. All right, don't talk about my mom again, okay?
Let me tell you something. Your mama, she's so stupid, she thinks that Manuel Labor is the name of the president of Mexico. Your mama is so dumb, she thinks that Kidney Stones is a Rolling Stone tribute band.
Goots, I'm serious. You're starting to cross the line. Don't talk about my mother again, all right?
Your mama is so fat that when she holds ass, she got to take 3 trips.
Goots, are you serious? Okay, Gagoots. You win. You can talk about my mom anytime you want, man.
That's right, I win. That's all right. That's so nice.
How?
That's
Hi, everybody.
nice.
Welcome. We are live from Governor's Green Room. We're very excited. It's a fun night ahead of us. It's like an all-star night in this building tonight. We're very excited, especially because we got one of the all-stars right next to us.
Dun, dun, dun.
There you go.
Tim Gage is here. Jim Florentine is in the club. Marla Schultz, Eric Tartaglione, Chris Williamson, Carla Okerson.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people we haven't seen in a while, so it was actually
And,
really cool.
Well, let us not forget Liz Batapede as well.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, and there she goes. She says hi. She's waiting for Eric Tartaglione's show to begin. So
Well, good for her. I hope she enjoys it.
And, well, why wouldn't she? Eric is
That's
fantastic.
right. It's very funny.
It's a great show. Chris Williamson, Marla Schultz is on that bill. That's a good show right there. It was nice to see Marla. We haven't seen her in a long time.
For a really long time.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fantastic. And you got history with everybody in this place. and
I owe a lot of money.
And you came here specifically to see Florentine?
Yeah, I haven't seen Jim in a while.
Oh, is that right?
I've worked with him a lot.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I give him Norton, Voss, and Bob Levy
Oh, sure.
for all credit in the world, because when I was starting out, they would drive from Jersey,
Right.
in one car, to do Fast Eddie's, which was the top of the town in Huntington or whatever at one time.
Oh,
I don't
right,
know what
yes.
it's called
Oh,
now.
wow, that's way
But on a
out
Tuesday
there.
night at like 11 o'clock, the show started.
Wow.
It was so. And these guys would, that's what they did. They would
Were
come
people
out and-
going to those shows at 11 o'clock?
No,
And-
there was like, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I give these guys all the credit in the world, and whatever
Sure.
they get, I'm happy for. Except for
Right.
Norton, he can go. No, that they were dedicated enough to, set their alarms and drive out to Long Island in one car, and for 5-8 minute sets of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, more power to them.
I mean that is, which I don't really get, but that is the life. You gotta like these shows.
Yeah,
I mean, in the city, I kind of get because people are out, but
Yeah, no, I mean, the Huntington on a Tuesday night is not.
right, exactly.
It's not the prime time, but I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Back then, they weren't really checking IDs either. So once
Right.
that word got around, you'd be like, well, we can go here, and
And I guess, and then after the '80s boom of Eddie Murphy and Bartlett and Nelson, I guess Long Island had a reputation for a while as the place to be.
Oh, it still does in a way. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, when I check things out, if it works here, it's going to work just about anywhere.
Oh, no
Really?
kidding, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Because
See,
the
I would
city
think
is
it'd be
very
the other way
political
around.
now. The city's very political, and sometimes you get that on Long Island, but then it's
Yeah,
like,
I would think the city would be harder. No,
Right.
yeah, they, that's the way they feel right now. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
yeah.
I get a lot when I talk about my son's ADD and all that other stuff. They're like, "Oh, he's making fun of his
no,
poor
you're
son,"
not.
and I'm like, "You're not listening to what I'm saying,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's your
Right.
problem."
I love that
No,
that
you know.
bit
You know,
of yours.
and he's the perfect guy to ask. So you.
What
you-
am I getting an
Well, you
ask?
talk about the ADD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in August, when I had the honor actually of hosting for you and DC Benny and Joey Cola,
Right.
I tried a bit about my daughter who's autistic.
Right.
During the show, I think you might have been up. Joey comes up to me, pulls me aside, and he goes, "Drop the autism stuff.
Yeah.
Drop it." I go, "What happened? Did I piss you off?" He goes, No. He goes, "It's just a depressing subject. You don't want to bring up depressing subjects. Drop
Right.
it." And I haven't done it since.
Right. Well, I mean, it all depends on if it's depressing. The joke's
But it
depressing. or
isn't.
not.
Well, yeah, the
But-
joke
But
being bad. I mean, that's I admit that, but
Yeah. No, I mean,
But
you
he
know.
did the jokes from like the perspective of like how cool it is on because there's like so many things when you have autism that you don't give a crap about what other people are thinking.
Don't.
Like there's
They don't.
there's like it's almost like a superpower.
Yeah,
And
no.
so he was like his jokes were like from that cool perspective. So
But did you worry about that when you were coming up with the material?
no, I don't really.
You don't care.
I have other things to worry about
Yeah.
than whether I'm. I mean, like I talk about the people that I work with at work. They're from Vietnam. They're from El Salvador and Ecuador and all
Right,
this stuff.
right.
And some woman left here saying he's prejudiced.
Oh my!
And I'm like, what did I say?
Right,
yeah.
right.
I was mentioning where these people lived. I'm sorry,
How dare you?
But some people are very sensitive. I think in New York they're a lot more sensitive now. Before, New York was the hip place to be. If you
Yeah.
try,
Right.
that was
Right.
the place. Now
Right.
it's like, sometimes even some people.
Because talk about a melting pot in New York City. I mean, it's
It's not a melting pot now, and
everyone
everybody's rich.
everything.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
Everybody has money.
Hey,
you know?
and speaking of people from other countries, Mick Thomas is watching. And he says, "Gage, you look great." He says.
Oh, gee, tell Mick. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mick.
Where-
Mickeline.
Where is he that he's even watching
I don't
on
know.
Saturday night? I'm
I
shocked.
don't know. I'm not
Well,
working,
he's
so I came
probably
down here.
ready to go on. He's
Yeah.
just probably sitting in a green room somewhere.
Oh, that could be. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mick Thomas, we miss him.
He's
he
so
was
quick
doing his
and-
show in here, but
Yeah.
he hasn't been on in a while. We miss him.
I
Yeah.
love watching him.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Watching him grow. Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. So you're going to watch Florentine Set, or are
No.
you leaving? You just wanted to get here and say hi and
Say
then
hello
you're
to him, chat. I mean, Jim has gotten so freaking funny. And
So you're saying he wasn't originally?
no, he was, but he was,
How do
he
you know
was
when he's
jamming Jim.
originally?
He's jamming Jim. His jokes and
Right.
But every time something fucks up in his life, he
Yeah.
takes it, and you're like, oh wow, this is really great.
Yeah. And you guys are similar in that sense.
Yeah,
You're very
yeah,
good at
yeah.
taking your personal life,
yeah.
making it hilarious
Yeah.
for all.
But I mean, he's been
Touches
through a lot of
everyone.
shit. He's been through a lot of crap. And,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
And, family stuff.
Just
know,
family
it's-
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
but everyone can
girlfriends
relate.
and stuff like that.
That's
Right.
what like
So-
we
so-
always talk like we really love like Billy Joel.
right.
His
And it's
music.
like his music. And everyone like if you are a particular fan of his, everyone's like, do a new album, I'm like, I don't want to listen to you drive around in a helicopter album. Like I love the old stuff.
Oh, yeah,
where,
the old
like
stuff
when
is just
you're
incredible.
in pain
Yes.
that you're writing your best stuff. So it's like the
Right.
same thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't write anymore.
Yes. No. It's
Yeah.
Mick Thomas says he'll be in next week.
Oh good.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna mark that on the calendar, Mick. So make sure you come down. All right.
Mick. There.
Yes, there we go. It's written. Etched in stone.
Yeah.
Etched in stone here. Yeah. No, it's I'm gonna see Jim, and like I can probably watch a little bit of it, but I'm gonna go home and make bread.
Do you? You gonna make bread?
yeah, I'm gonna make
like you have a
bread.
bread maker?
No, I make it. You know.
Okay.
I got into that over the pandemic.
Like
Really?
you grow
Yeah.
with like the yeast and
Yeah,
stuff. and
yeah.
you
I got
make it.
like starter
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I did that.
and,
I did that for a while, and then my ass got
Oh,
really
sure.
big.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
really
so
does.
hard.
It's like
just,
it really is. Like
I
also
know.
you're
I
like, do
I
you
can't have it around, so I just hand it out to my relatives and stuff here.
now?
There you go.
I make lentil soup from scratch, and my ass got
Nice.
smaller. Yeah, but I do the same thing. I give like I'll make like just
ton of it.
2 big potfuls, but it's so healthy. There's everything in it is just will keep you alive whether you want to or not. And,
Oh,
and
no,
I
I
just
can't
hand
eat
it
that.
out in these
I
big
can't eat that.
bags. No, like my teenagers eat it. That's how
Yeah.
good it is.
Is it therapeutic or something?
Yeah,
Like,
of course it is.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
you went
lost
from you went from like drinking and drugging and womanizing to making bread.
but just making bread.
Baking bread. There's an art to
You know,
it.
but I always
though.
go through phases like that. You know.
Did you go through a religious phase?
No, maybe no. I was always, I was brought up Catholic and stuff like that. I don't believe in any organized religion. right
I hear you.
now,
I'm
so-
with you. I'm with you.
You know, but I mean, like, I, whatever, believed in all that other crap, and I just want to grow. I keep growing. I just want to.
learn new things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
And you're actually leaving here so you can go make bread.
Yes.
I got into stuff like that too. Like
You're laughing. I'm not passing judgment on Tim Gage.
Well, if I'm around and I have bread, I'll bring it to you. How's
it's
that?
All right.
it's calming. Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's calming.
Yeah, like my sister is just got into painting a little bit. So I've been like, we've been like painting together. I'm like, this is like, I feel like a child coloring. It's so calming. You don't realize, like, you go
Yes.
through life and you don't do something like that. You don't realize how therapeutic it is.
Yes.
I actually got into composting at like some point in my life, and the thrill of
And
making
he doesn't yell about
dirt.
it. Get rid of this shit. It smells back here.
Well, that's just it. You have to do it so perfect so that there isn't any odor. Like, it's really like an art to it.
Yeah.
You know? But it's so silly. It's like, here I'm like all proud that I made dirt.
Yeah. Well, bread is something that you can do for like 5-10 minutes, and then you have to wait an hour. So, so your day is like, I'll go back and watch this, and
Well,
I
that-
gotta
all right,
set
that-
my alarm, and I'll just
Things are starting to make sense to me,
yeah.
right? 5 minutes of work,
right,
go
right,
relax
right,
for an hour.
right.
All right, so now this makes sense. Now I get it. All right.
That way when you go to lay down at night, you're like, I didn't do a goddamn thing.
You're like, I created bread.
Nobody can yell at you for watching the bowl game. 'Cause
Right.
you're like, no, I
right.
I got bread in the oven. I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for the bread
speaking
to
of the ball game, those
raise.
Mets are pretty damn good, huh?
Fucking A, man.
I'm in my glory.
But it's April. and
Yes,
we-
of course. We got to wait for everybody to get hurt. And
Yes,
all that other
exactly. I was
But I'm
at.
very impressed with them now.
I was there. What's today? Saturday. I was just there 2 days ago on Thursday.
Oh, okay, nice.
Day game.
It was
Yes.
a day game, so I
San
went.
Francisco.
Yes.
Yes.
They won 6-2, I think it was. I went and looked on the website when the players were still locked out.
Right.
And I figured, let me find a good day game that I can take my daughter to. And because of the lockout, I got tickets right behind home plate. 20 rows behind home plate, $100
Wow.
a ticket.
Yeah.
Which,
How
I
great is
mean,
that?
sounds like that's
It's
still
so-
expensive for
yes,
us.
of course. But
But it was her birthday
right.
present.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But
So it
he's
was
never
fine.
been there in that
It was
area before.
amazing.
Yeah.
And he's like, the seats are
Yeah,
different.
the seats were
Yeah,
padded like
cushion,
this.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And we got a waitress. I was like,
There you go, you
we
don't have
were
to go
royalty,
anywhere.
man. I mean, again, it's like making the bread and sitting
Yeah,
for an
yeah.
hour. Same thing. It's just somebody else getting my food. I just
could
sat
sit back, enjoy the game.
Absolutely. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I went Easter Sunday with my son. But
Oh,
it was
nice.
freezing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
And we, sat for 2.5 innings,
Oh,
and then
it
we
was
went for a walk, and
freezing.
and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ended up in Piazza's, whatever behind the home plate, Piazza's club.
Oh, yeah.
Sat in there because it was warmer, and but it was great. We had a great time.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Oh yeah.
It still doesn't feel like home to me, though.
Oh, you a Shea guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shea
same
guy.
here. But
Yeah.
I do. I miss
I don't
it.
But I mean,
I think everyone would just rather have Shea. And it is a really nice place, but
yeah, but Shea,
it's not Shea.
like, when you went down the tunnel, you couldn't see anything. The
Right.
TVs were like on 13-inch.
Yeah.
TVs.
I know.
I had no idea what was going on. You're waiting in line
like
for
playing
beers, and you're
another
like,
game.
What the hell is
But even the upper deck, if you're sitting like the lower level,
yeah,
the way
you
it
just-
shook
oh,
when,
yeah,
when
yeah.
something
I was
exciting
not good
happened.
at that.
Oh yeah,
I'm not a height guy at all.
You ever see
Oh,
like
yeah.
documentary Last Play at Shea?
No.
Oh, you're back to Billy Joel.
No, well, yeah, the same thing. Yeah, it's such a good documentary.
Billy
and it
Joel,
was
he
all on
performed
Shea.
those last
right,
concerts
yeah.
there, so they made a documentary, and it actually shows parallels, but Billy Joel's life to the the team, the
Oh,
history
okay,
of the team.
yeah.
It's actually very well done.
It's very well done.
and it's great. Yeah, if you're a Met fan, it's cool to see too.
Yeah. Did Paul McCartney show up at that last one?
Yes, he
Or-
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Mark Lund, who used to run this, gave me
Yeah.
tickets to see Paul McCartney. It was just unbelievable. It was just a
Nice.
great thing.
Yeah, I was
But
there
it was
when he.
pouring the night before. Like,
Oh, wow.
I was like, "There's no way they're gonna have it," and they did.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was, it was
that's so
so
great.
much
Where
fun.
at Citi Field?
At Citi Field,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was there for
Yeah.
that too. And then that live album came out from
Yeah.
there.
Because I had seen them
That's
in
a great live
'77,
album.
Wings Over America.
Oh, wow.
which was really good at Nassau Coliseum.
I
It was
bet.
unbelievable.
That's even now that's a good live
Yeah,
album too. Wow, how old were you in 1977?
63, I am.
Oh, now I thought
Yeah.
you were. Really,
Oh.
you're 63?
Yeah.
I didn't know Tim Gage was that old.
Oh, thank you.
Really? Really? Wow. So you're 63. So wow. So you were like
58. Yeah, I was like 14.
14. Wow.
No,
Who
no,
took
I
you to
was
that?
no, I was like, how old was I? What was it, 76 or something like that?
76,
75?
77, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, I was probably of age, 16 or so.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We had, and then Billy at that thing.
I've seen Billy Joel a couple
but then
times.
he
yeah.
showed up at that show at
Yes.
Citi Field.
Yeah, I didn't see him there.
Oh, all right.
That was
Maybe-
a different one. That wasn't the last one,
yeah.
but I saw Paul
Oh,
McCartney
okay.
there. You know?
Yeah, very nice. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm excited for this year. I'm going to Old Timers Day.
Ooh, look
Yeah,
at you.
I'm excited
All
about
right,
that.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's when I'll be back.
It's sad when the old timers are younger than me, though. It's not.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've just that dawned on me about 5 years ago. I was like, oh, these guys used to be older than me. I used to look up to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's now we say, oh, that kid can play.
Yes. That son of a gun, I remember him. Oh, it's like that with Uskrimsky. I'm like, I saw his grandfather play.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Long Island roots, right? Carly
Yes,
Stremke's from
yes.
Patchogue, I believe. yeah?
No, I believe it's Bridgehampton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Rumor had he used
Out
to hit
east.
potatoes all the time because that's all the farms are potato farms.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, so, exciting year. Hopefully.
Yes, we'll see. We got a whole year to go.
Yeah, true. So let me backtrack a little bit. So you're talking about Florentine and these guys going around. Did you do that in the beginning? Were you hustling
I
and
didn't-
bustling all over the place?
Yeah, but I didn't like go to Connecticut or something like that on a Wednesday night or something. It was just too far. But I would set my alarm and get up early and go do a Paul Bond gig at a bar.
Sure.
But I mean, that's what you had. You know what I mean? That's what you. I mean, I try to explain that to guys that are starting out. You got to do these things, and and they're like, yeah, but they suck. And I'm like, of course they do. But
Yeah.
you learn to not give a shit.
Yeah.
That is the key. That really is
That is
key.
the key.
And then
Yeah.
but
I mean, that's why everybody loved Gilbert. You know what I mean? Because you just didn't give a shit. And I
Really?
think he did give a shit, but he just came across like he didn't.
Oh, yeah.
He just did his shit. I mean, it was nothing funnier than watching him bomb. To me,
Really?
watching him bomb was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life.
why him over?
Well, I mean,
say,
there's
Jim
other guys.
Florentine?
Well, I mean, it's not as painful, but I mean, with it because Gilbert is delivering it the same way he always does, but it's just not clicking with the crowd.
Was his voice like that
No,
just in
no,
person?
no.
That was just a.
It was
thing?
character voice, yeah.
Right. You go
Okay.
back and watch because he was on.
He was
Saturday-
very quiet.
Oh yeah, that's what
Very
everybody
quiet.
says. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch when because he was on Saturday Night Live for 5 minutes as a cast member.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's skits there where he's
just has a
using his
normal
real
voice.
voice. Yeah. That was before the character really kind of
Right.
took off. So yeah, he was trying to make his way, and he didn't even make it a full season, but which has become a legendary story in itself. But you can see clips. You can see clips of him doing his real voice
Yeah.
in certain skits.
What
yeah.
what cast members was he around? Like what time frame?
I think it was right after they got rid of everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, it was
in
the second-
so
the
the 80s or
Piscopo
79.
and Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy and those
yeah.
guys.
Okay.
And
He lasted a year, and they didn't
Yeah.
have much for him. They didn't.
Yeah.
The writers didn't like him, and
right, yeah.
I think his legendary thing was that they wrote him in a sketch, and it was a funeral, and he was the body in the coffin.
Yeah.
Like so funny, like with Will Ferrell. I was watching like a documentary on SNL and how the writers they loved him because they could do anything to him. They could do anything to him, and he would just be like, "Thank you," and they would like try to make him mad. and they could never make him mad. And so, like, they'd be like, let's put him in a G-string next episode.
Oh,
He's like, thank you. Like, whatever they did to him, he was like, sure.
Did you see Jim? Did you see him tonight?
Yes, I did. I
all right. I just want to make sure
because
because I hear his voice out there,
Yes,
so I just want to make
yes.
sure I didn't want to hold you up.
Yes, I saw him as he came in.
And what did he say? Who are you? Or
He didn't
did
know
give
it
you a
was
hug?
me at first, and then
Yeah,
it
because
was
the
like
beard is still fairly new for you.
Well, yeah, and I had my glasses on and my hat and all that other crap.
You've
so.
done the beard before. You've done.
Yeah, I
you
had
shave
a beard.
it, grow it, shave
I've
it,
had a
grow it.
beard down to here.
Yeah.
And there was a good thing. And it was getting around. And I'm trying to remember why. Before Colin and I really hooked up, you know what I mean? And we were doing a dinner. My uncle was having a thing. Colin was going to be there. And my beard was down to here. And, rumor had it, I had a beard. And, I meet him at the restaurant, and he's like, Jesus, what the fuck? You can't have a beard like that. You look like a mountain man, right? So I was like, well, So we sit down, and the waiter comes over, and Colin goes, if you saw this guy at a comedy club, would you laugh at him?
Oh, my goodness.
So the waiter was like, it would depend on his jokes. So he goes, tell him, what's your opening line? I said, the Gillette Mach 3 sucks. And the waiter started laughing, and Colin's like, what the fuck do I know about comedy? I don't know nothing. Jesus Christ. But the beard, like if you do have it longer, you don't get the laughs that you cannot project.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke had said it years ago, and I was like, oh, well, let's see, and he was 100% right.
Yeah.
They just don't. They don't laugh the way they use. You got to
Tartagli-
see your face.
Right. Tartaglione he's in the giggle room tonight. I was going to ask him that when he came in because we recently heard a story that Bobby Collins told Tartaglione to shave his facial hair because people don't see the expressions and you won't make them laugh as much. So you agree with that?
I agree with it 100%.
Really?
Yep.
So why the beard now?
I don't want anybody laughing at me.
He's been chilly. Easter was really cold.
No, I keep it trimmed and stuff. I try.
Oh,
to.
so
This is I'm not having any shows. If I had shows this weekend, I went at the barber or something.
Yeah, like
is that
David
right?
Letterman. Like when you watch like David Letterman, like
Yeah.
what in the world is going on with him?
Oh, he's probably always wanted a beard.
Right.
Like-
yeah.
couldn't have it.
All those years he had to shave every
Yes.
single day.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't
yeah,
have to care.
but it's like
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm like, do you have like a mental illness now that it's like so weird? Isn't it like down to like
It's
like a ZZ
it's
Top
pretty
look?
big, yeah.
It's his choice. How's that? Let him do what he wants to do now.
Really?
He listened to NBC and CBS
Yeah,
for
that's
all
true.
those years.
Yep. Now he gets a
He's
sit
entitled to sit back and count his money and grow a beard.
Yeah,
back. I didn't know you were so judgmental on David Letterman like that. Jeez.
yeah.
Wow.
That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, damn it. But what the fuck?
What the hell? Wow.
Is that all right? Do we
Yeah, I'm not
clean
even
it up?
using that one right now.
All right, good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Tim just broke a camera.
I
for
didn't break a
anybody.
camera. It
I
just
saw you. I saw
fell.
you reach out and smack it.
It just
I
fell.
Saw the whole
Sons
thing.
of bitches.
Did we get it on video? Like, did you get like the angle
don't know
that
if
you're
he
using?
sees
Did
it.
you get Tim? Like, see, there he goes
There we
again.
go.
No, I'm not using it. I'm
there you
using
go.
a different camera.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, did you with the other camera? Did we see
Nope.
Tim smack it? Oh,
I didn't smack it.
you did. I saw you.
Son of a bitch.
Smacked it.
Tim comes
So-
in here for abuse.
Yeah, I can remember Gilbert was very quiet, very I'm sorry I busted his balls last time I worked with him. I didn't realize he had a disease. I just thought he was just tired and
Yeah.
old. Because we were at McGuire's, and he's like, can you help me up the steps? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding? Oh my goodness.
what are you, crippled?
That's what I'm saying. But he didn't go, I have a disease and I need help getting up the steps. I would have been more than happy to help him.
Right.
But he just, looks up. And I'm like, what do you
He
do?
just looks so
I was
lazy.
like, what do you do? Have the cab drop you off at the end of a block so you can go up the ramp instead of having to step up on a curb? And he is like, whatever,
He's like, never mind.
But yeah, no,
I'll just roll up.
he was very quiet. I think Dara, his wife, has just brought a lot out of him. Like really, I don't know. He was a lot better in the green room. I was in the green room with him, and he was sitting over there, right? And I'm sitting here, and this is between shows. We had an hour and a half between the shows. We didn't say anything I looked at that wall. He looked at
That's so funny.
And like 40 minutes in, I'm just like, the name is LaFang, capital L, little A, capital F. And he's like, W.C. Fields. And he knew exactly the movie and all that stuff. And he's like, do you know that the censors didn't see Black Pussy? They had a bar named the Black Pussy in one of his shows, and it made it through the censors, and it was on screen. It's like, I didn't know that, but thank you for letting me know that.
I'm just glad
and then
we're
we
talking.
stopped and just looked at for the
And
rest of
again
the time.
for
Just looked at the
40
wall.
minutes.
That was it.
It's crazy.
Funniest night I ever had. My God, I was just like, oh, all right.
And he probably loved it. He was like, that Gage, we had a great talk.
It's like, thank goodness he didn't make me talk.
Yes.
Wow. Until the McGuires, and then he told everybody that fucking
Well,
Gage.
he's got to, can we plug his old podcast? I guess he's not going to have any more.
Well, I'm sure it's still available.
It's really funny. It's because I said to him, I was emceeing, I was like, Gilbert, what am I saying about you? And he goes, now everybody knows I'm dyslexic, so he's like, Gilbert Godfrey's amazing, colossal podcast. I'm like, that's not coming out of my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm up there and I'm like, folks, look up Gilbert Gottfried on the Google, and they'll tell you where the podcast is, I'm sure. And he's got a podcast, and whatever.
Have you ever thought about a podcast?
No.
Why?
I have no desire whatsoever.
Really?
About baking bread. I'll do one about baking bread.
Because again, you have so many stories. You've worked with everybody. I would think you would have
A lot
some
of
cool
people
stuff.
I worked with, yes.
Yeah.
Nah, some of it's cool, but some of it, I don't think it needs to be aired out.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
I've worked with some real scumbags in this business. No. But no, I don't really have, a desire to do that. It's
Yeah,
a lot
you're
of
not
work,
even on
too.
Facebook for crying out.
No,
it
I'm
is a
not
lot
on
of work.
Facebook. I'm the only reason why I'm on Twitter is because of Colin. Everybody, I'd be at work and people would call and say, "See what your cousin put on Twitter." This is going back 2010 or whatever
Yeah.
the hell Twitter started.
Yeah.
Colin would throw this shit out and everybody would, go crazy. And I was just sick and tired of everybody calling me and then reading me everybody's quotes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'll go on Twitter and
I'm surprised
I'll
you got away with not doing Facebook,
Why?
I don't know, because it's just a lot of times that's where people advertise and stuff.
I know.
I find it
I'm
exhausting.
not very good at that. Yes, but I mean
Yeah.
that's what makes it in the business. I mean, I have no regret of not being there. I mean, I really don't want, like I say on stage, I really don't want the people that I went to high school with to know that I'm still driving a forklift for a living.
You don't have any curiosity though yourself about old friends from high school or some girl
I
you
know
had a
who I
crush on?
know. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I mean,
okay.
January. No, not January. June, I'm going out to Pittsburgh to see a couple of us. We're all getting together and all
very
that other
nice.
stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
All right.
I've liked reunions, not like the formal ones that are $1 million to go to, but
Right.
just like the,
getting together at a
get
bar.
No, it's always
together,
get together and stuff,
Nice,
and
yeah.
and the pandemic helped out with that. I mean, I got a phone call from a friend. I'm like, what the fuck are you up to? He goes, I'm bored as shit. I'm in my yard. Like,
Yeah.
so you thought of me, huh? You got bored as shit, and then you thought of me, son of a bitch. But it's I know the people that I know. I mean, I don't need to know. How tall your son is now and all this other stuff. No.
Yeah.
I really,
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yes. There you are. Eric, how are you, buddy?
Here.
Getting ready to get up.
We were just talking about you.
Yes.
All right. Yes, and I have a question.
is fake.
Does they say anything?
Oh, really? Actually, it is about hair.
It's about hair. Okay, go
I
ahead.
didn't get to ask you this yesterday.
Go ahead.
Is it true that Bobby Collins told you to shave? No, I guess not.
No, why? Who?
I was told that you shaved your beard because Bobby Collins said the
I don't
audience.
remember him with a beard. I can know his
Yeah,
head
Yeah,
sideways.
yeah, no, I had a goatee. No, I don't think he told me to do
All right,
that.
that's what we were told. Bobby Collins told you to shave because the audience does not see your facial expressions as well with facial hair, so you decided to shave.
Okay, well, no, but
right,
listen,
so
it's a good story.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
No, it's a good.
Why don't you just
no,
say yeah?
I don't agree with it. He's got a beard. He can see his facial expressions. No, I don't think it has anything to do with anything.
Oh, okay.
To be honest with you.
So you just shaved because it was time,
Right.
It had nothing to do with comedy.
No, I mean, I thought it was getting too much.
Shaving
with
because
it.
he's headlining now.
There you
No,
go.
see?
Full house in there, sold out.
Oh,
if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
mistaken.
yes.
So
Exactly.
congratulations. on that.
Thank you.
Sounds like it's going well. I heard some laughs here and there.
Yes. Oh,
And you have a great show, Marla Schultz and
yes,
Chris.
I've never
is-
met her before.
That's
she's
amazing
good. I
to
haven't
me.
seen
Yeah,
her in a
because
while,
she's
but
been
yeah,
around a
yeah.
long time.
I know,
I'm
and you would have
surprised.
think I would have run into her in
Yeah.
22 years, but I never did.
Sure. And she's fantastic. So it's going well so far. Chris is
So
having
very
fun out
good,
there?
very good. Everything's good. It's exciting night in
Did
Levittown.
they start the show already?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's on, Marla. Yeah.
Oh, she's on right
Features
now?
on. Yeah.
Do you have you played in there since they expanded?
Yeah,
it?
it's great.
It
I like
it does have it has a different energy. Not
Does
that it was
it?
bad
I
originally.
have never.
Oh, this is your first
Yeah,
time.
my
since
first
they
time.
expanded
It's
it.
good.
Yeah,
It's
good.
good.
No, it's a real. It's a second club. The
Right.
Governors is such a machine that they can put another. They made another club out of it
Inside the club.
inside the club.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I love it in there. It's I didn't think it was bad to begin with, but now it is. It's a different energy in there now.
Oh,
and
good, good.
I don't know. I love it. I love it in there. So I'm happy that it's that you're here and it went well and you sold well.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful to this club. I'm thankful to everybody. Thankful to you guys. Everything. I loved coming on yesterday.
Oh yeah, and thank
And
you.
you know
for
what? The
coming
Long
down.
Island community. He's included in that. We're
Yeah.
all. We're good folks. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's
It really
this is like a
is.
comedy boom unto itself.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Governor just over these years now that they took over the clubs and made it into its own little universe.
Yep. And it is. It's great. I mean, of course, just like anything else, you have, some dickheads here and there, of course, like anything else. But the majority, and we talk about it a lot because we're still fairly new to, your universe. And I mean, you guys are prime examples of that. We've made, you guys are two of our favorite people in this whole place.
thank
And
you.
we've
Thank
met,
you.
You have no taste.
Hilarious.
Just
He doesn't know what
you know
he's
what? He
talking
just
about.
kind of
He
ruined.
doesn't know what he's
He
talking
just
about.
ruined the whole podcast.
What the fuck?
Me and him. Oh my god.
well, I don't know. I mean, Tim's mellowing out now. He's baking bread and stuff. So,
Yes.
so maybe.
You know what's funny? Here's a Tim Gage story. I'm put on the movie. It's a zookeeper.
Right.
It's like 2:00 in the morning,
Oh, hilarious.
and then he comes on the screen. I go, it's fucking Gage. He's Tim fucking Gage, by the way. That's like hot fucking tuna. Like
Hilarious.
I go, it's fucking Gage. I loved it.
Yeah, no, that happened to me because I didn't tell anybody I was really on it.
Oh really?
I just did it, and people at work do that now. Like they're watching it with their grandchildren, and they're like,
My wife has come in now.
Yeah,
She's
there you
taking
go.
pictures
There
of
you go.
everybody.
So
This is you're on the air, by the way. Hello.
So the guys in the machine shop are like, "Hey, you want to freak a movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Why didn't you tell us? I'm like, what the hell do you care?
And not only that, what are you going to say? Yeah, and it's be out in 2
line.
years.
Yeah, be out. Well, it did take forever to get out.
Well, of course, they always do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause it was like, yeah, it took a while, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun
Oh,
that
I
day.
bet. Yeah.
So
What you've done some acting.
yeah, it's
15
very
years
good.
of theater before I ever did stand up, and then I did a show based me and 3 other comics, Chris Monty, Tina Georgie,
very funny.
Yes.
and Joe Moffa. We did Shut Up, Sit Down, and Eat. We wrote around our comedy.
Right,
We wrote
right.
a play around our comedy, which nobody ever did before, which we can't believe it was never done. So we already had the laughs.
Right.
And
right.
we just weaved a story into it.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
But we have no idea why no one ever thought of that. Because I think at the time, Tom Ingenio from Omnipop, he was the one that was directing it. He said, Jersey Boys with laughter.
Oh, that's
Because
interesting.
if you look at theater now, it's not like Oklahoma or shows. They're taking popular music from the 60s and beyond, and they're turning that into the musicals.
Right,
The
yeah.
songs that were already there.
Yep.
That's because all the people who wrote the songs for Broadway shows are dead.
Exactly. And nobody cares. Our generation, we're the actually old people now that go to theater.
Right.
We don't care about Oklahoma.
Right. That was for the old people back then, right.
I mean, nobody cares.
And now the kids of today, they're Carole King. They're saying the same thing. Oh, that's our grandparents' music.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, even growing up, Colin had done that to me. How our uncles used to be that way. They were, in the 50s and early 60s, they were Broadway savvy. You know what I mean? Even though
Yeah.
they were construction workers, they were like, "That's Mary Martin." Like, how the hell did they know that? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know who the fuck's in the place anymore.
yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
You know why?
Well, plays and movies. It was everything.
But you know why?
Yeah.
It was 5 channels then. They went there for
Right.
entertainment.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
Broadway
Yeah.
had a bigger part in people's lives than
Yeah,
it does
you're right.
now.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Now, how does anybody know anything anymore?
I have no idea, man. I'm the worst. I talk about it with this all the time. I don't know. I struggle so bad to promote this because I miss the days of hanging signs in a laundromat and on telephone poles.
Right.
Now, where do you post it? How do you post it? What time?
Yeah.
Who's going to see it? How do you boost it? How do you...
I'm like, please don't make me do a TikTok anymore.
Yeah.
But
it's what
crazy.
works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, everybody's always telling me that you got Netflix, you got to see this then. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not. Other things to do in my life.
You still have the 5 channels.
Yes, I wish I did.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I don't really, I don't really get off. Like, I like watching good acting and good stories. I don't enjoy bullshit.
The so-called reality shows. Yeah,
I never watched one of them.
Me neither.
Never watched one of them.
I hate that stuff.
And everybody's like, "Oh, you got to watch Kardashians." I'm like, "No, I don't."
No.
I don't,
Yeah, I don't think I've
that
ever
is.
Why
seen
are they famous?
That's
I
what.
don't know.
Well,
Honestly.
but see, that too. Why was Zsa Zsa Gabor famous? Like,
Yeah.
who were these people? It's the same thing. It's just.
Yeah.
And sometimes I try to tell myself that history repeating itself, but I get aggravated.
Yeah, I don't.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Have a good
All right.
show, man.
Thanks for
Pleasure to see
popping
ya.
in. Yeah, all the best.
Yes.
Anytime, pal. Have a great set out there. Super guy, Eric Tagliani.
Yes. Yes.
Love him. And he mentioned Maffa. I haven't seen him around lately.
Joe
Oh,
Maffa?
yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
either.
He was here. That's good. That's a real long time. Probably about a year ago he was here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he did like
Since
the
things
Saturday
opened
night,
up again?
I don't know if it was things were open up.
Well,
It might have been the outside patio room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's something. I'm always surprised how fast time goes. Like, it's been over a year already since the club reopened.
Yeah.
Like, that blew me away, too.
Yeah.
Like,
And then hopefully there's no other
Yeah,
surgeons or whatever the fuck you call it.
right.
Yeah.
I
Sure hope not.
And fucking pain
People are
in the
just
ass.
sick of it. Like even like
I am.
my sister, who's like she like was getting booster shots and everything else. She's like, and she got a message like, you can get a 3rd booster. She's like, I'm just so sick of
I'm
it.
done. I'm done.
She's like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
doing
done.
it anymore.
A 3rd booster.
Done.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't even hear
Yeah,
that.
she got.
Yeah, no,
she gets
there's-
texts. You know,
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
from like CVS or something. You can get your 3rd booster. She's like,
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll break or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It just, becomes something that we just live with, like everything else.
Yeah. Got to live with some people, don't we?
He's looking at me when he said that. I'm not sure. I can,
And you just deal with it.
I can get up and leave if you want to just talk to Sallie. Talk about compost and bread.
Yeah.
it's nice to have hobbies.
Yes.
We just got it. Do you have any animals? Do you have any dogs or anything?
My son, they used to have dogs like ferrets
Yeah.
and cats and dogs and stuff, and I just didn't. They just take up time. You gotta
Yeah.
get somebody to,
Yeah.
I gotta go home and feed it and all that other crap.
Clean up
they're
after
doing
it. Right.
Yeah.
And my son's got his dog died, and it was like I was like, that's it, no more. And like a week later, he came home with a pit bull that he found, and
Yeah.
has nowhere to go, and all this
Pit
other
bulls are
crap.
great.
They are. They're
They
they're
are great,
Just,
yeah.
Yeah.
Quit looking at me, damn it.
While I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like,
but they
get
are
away
like
from me.
they're great.
So yes, I do have a dog. So, but like I said, I'd rather have, I'd like to sit down and not have hair around.
I know. Hair's everywhere.
And I'm allergic, so
Yeah.
I'm always
Oh, really?
sneezing. My eyes are
Oh.
watering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since there's,
Yeah, since we got Ludo. Yeah.
well, the fact that, Ludo is our 5th dog.
Yeah.
Fifth.
5th.
Oh, geez.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also boards dogs. So this week we had a total of 10 dogs in the house.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Exactly, yes.
Well, Easter week.
I'm
a lot of
surprised we
people go
didn't see that on
vacation.
News 12.
We post a couple of times, yeah.
Well, I've got a handful of clients that they all get along. They've all
Yeah.
they 4th of July they're
Yeah.
all together. So it works. They've all met each other before, so it's like doggy daycare.
Yeah, no, I have a cousin that walks dogs in the city.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's fun.
I was walking with him one night, and it was freezing out, and he gave me his gloves, And I was like, these are really warm. And he goes, I picked up shit with those today, right?
Yeah.
So a normal human being would throw those gloves off of them. But I go,
Did it really smell?
no, it didn't smell that
okay.
bad. But I was like, what the fuck did I should have just ripped these things off, and I'm smelling.
You're like,
my-
really?
Did you not believe him?
No, it's like these are really warm. Yeah, they picked up dog shit today, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I stare at a
God
lot of
help
dogs' butts for a living.
Yeah,
I really do.
10 dogs this week. Yeah. See, that's why I'm here a lot because
Yeah, I would-
10
yeah.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. You don't think it's fun? Don't ruin my business. Say yes.
I'm not ruining your business. You're very good at what you do, and the dogs are very happy.
Yeah.
The dogs are very happy. Yes, absolutely.
But we have one. He's a golden doodle, so it's like a standard
Oh yeah,
poodle.
that doesn't hurt the allergies, right? The doodle.
Yeah.
He's
Sure.
yeah, but he's so large. Like he can put his face on your counter. So you're going to
Oh,
make food,
Jesus.
and he's like, "What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we having?"
Yeah,
it's
right.
the funniest thing. I'm like,
I'm gonna
it's
show
like
you
a horse.
because I know you're a music guy. Like we were just talking about seeing McCartney in the 70s and stuff. I'm gonna show you a picture of the dog. Oh, if I can. Oh, here we go. So here's the dog.
Jesus.
His name is Ludo. All right. So now, the band Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Mike Rutherford doesn't that look like?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks just
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I know.
We call him like Mike Rutherford.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike
Yeah.
Rutherford.
We forget the dog's name. We just, hey, Mike.
Hilarious.
Wow.
That's how the naming goes. We'll go with bands.
Yeah. Well,
Understood.
Actually, the truth is, when Sallie got the dog, the name he already had was Ludo, but I actually suggested Mookie. I
Okay,
was suggested
yeah,
changing the name to Mookie, but
I don't know if Mookie would appreciate that.
I bet he would.
but he would. It's a tribute to the best Met ever.
Yeah.
And he loves chasing balls.
He does like chasing ball, just like Sallie.
There you go.
Who's your favorite Met of all time?
There are a couple. It's a good question.
Thanks.
I mean, Siva was great.
Yeah. The statue looked good, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It
Yeah.
did. I was like, wow.
Yep.
Pretty damn big too.
Yes.
And I would. There were a lot like Buddy Harrelson was my favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
What's his face behind the plate?
Gary Carter.
Carter with the kid was great, but I
Yeah.
mean, I liked
Oh, Jerry Grody.
Brody. It was
Yep.
like wow.
Yep.
When I went to, my dad took me to a ball game in the '60s. I must have been like 6, and it was against the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, Willie Mays and
Sure.
all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And Willie McCovey was the biggest man I ever saw in my
I
life.
bet-
He was on
yes.
first base, and we had seats behind. First base. I was like, "Oh my God, this guy is
Yeah.
huge!"
Yep.
You
What a
know?
player too, man.
You don't
Yeah,
realize how
yeah.
large they are. Like I used to work at at Marriott, and one time we were hosting a basketball team, and
Yes.
you have no idea
Yeah.
how tall they are. Like
Yes.
it's unreal.
Yeah, no,
Like you
that's
said,
happened
like,
to me
I'm-
in different cities that I've gone to, and the doors open. And you're
Yeah.
like, who's
They're
in
like
town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
foot or so taller than most people. Like it's just, and they all stand together. It's weird.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But are they happy?
They seem pretty happy.
And
They
speaking
can't
of which,
find clothes.
Yeah.
speaking of which, you see that with Tyson the other day?
I have poor guy.
No, what happened?
He
So-
was on a plane.
Yeah, he was on a plane, and a guy who was next to behind him wanted to make some waves and try to make get
Talk, but the
go
guy was
viral yeah. So he was just busting Mike's balls for the longest time. Mike was being nice
Yeah.
at first.
No, I mean, yeah.
But Mike eventually had enough and
Punched him.
him several times, and the guy was all bloody. But even after he got beat up, he's still making videos. This guy was a complete jerk, and thank God Mike's not taking a hit on this.
Yeah, they're not
no.
like arresting him or
No.
anything.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it was
Because
the
he'd
guy
be
was
like
very annoying.
he'd be like considered a weapon, right? Oh, I just missed
Yeah,
Carla by a
probably.
second.
That got me excited, by the way. Carla stuck her tongue out at us.
There you go.
Carla's hosting in there for Jim Florentine. Who else is in there? I don't know those girls that are in there.
I know their names. I cannot remember.
Irene?
One is Irene is from Staten Island. She's funny, and Cuomo.
Oh, that was Natalie Cuomo?
Yeah, that's Natalie Cuomo.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't recognize her. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, I don't know much about her, but I just know that who it is. And
Well, you knew more than me.
Yeah, there you go.
So Irene or Eileen? What did I say? Irene.
Irene Bremis. Irene Bremis.
Eileen Bremis. All right, yeah, I know the name. What?
Irene. Okay.
What did I say?
Eileen.
Oh, did I still say Eileen? I'm a good host with lots of research.
There you go.
Wow. So, yeah, and Florentine said he was coming in. Hopefully he does.
Good luck with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Don Sill, I set up an interview with him. Yeah. Oh, we're speaking of the Met game. I contacted him, set up an interview. He was going to Zoom with us during our, weekday show. Mm-hmm. I set it up for April 21st. I've had these tickets for months. I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? I'm like, son of a bitch. So I reach out to him again. Said, Jim, I messed up. I have a family obligation that day.
Yeah.
I get no response. I'm like, oh, shit. So I talked to Don Sill. I said, Don, can you just Zoom with him and you record it? He said, yeah, no problem. So I write to Jim again. Jim, it stays April 21st. Please don't bail on us. Sure enough, I heard back from him immediately. Okay, that works. Good. I'm like, all right, thank God. So that worked. So Don Sill did the interview with him. It went on YouTube. And so Don asked him, Saturday night, the guys will be in here. And he said, oh, yeah, I'll stop in. But...
Like I said, it's a tough spot,
Yeah.
When I'm going on, I don't want to know nothing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm doing 5-10 minutes or whatever, I'll come in and say hello. But if I had to do 40, I'd be, like, in my own head. I got to, I got to get my head going and thinking of all that other stuff. I mean, if you saw Comedian with Jerry Seinfeld, there was a thing when he was in Washington, D.C., and one of the waiters was like, can I get an autograph? Just before he was going on. He's like, after my show. Like, he was just sitting there trying to get his, and something like that comes up. It's like, that's what it's like. You just... I have focused. I don't want to be unfocused.
And I have to admit, when I... because I've had the pleasure of, hosting a few times that you've been there.
Yeah.
I think it was the week before the Joey thing. I think you headlined at McGuire's the week before, I think it was, and I was hosting. And I was actually surprised at how much concentration and how much in your own...
you got to get your own...
Yeah, I was surprised about that because I figured someone who's been doing it for a while and someone that seems to be so comfortable and just so at home up there and can work a crowd, know what he's doing up there. I was surprised that you had that much preparing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you want to do your best. You want to, you want to know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I didn't mean anything negative about that.
If I'm going up on a Thursday or Sunday, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing if I'm middling.
Because you do a lot of new stuff all the time too. So
I try to.
Yeah, and that's very difficult.
It's not coming out the way it should be though lately. But I'll figure it out. I'd like to get more newer stuff out there.
Oh, okay. So, and what do you mean?
My sons are old now. I have nothing to write about.
Oh, sure. So we need grandkids.
Yeah, and I need something like that,
Or are you thinking of like?
I mean, I have to do it like my son's friend's kid was watching Pocahontas, because I used to have a Pocahontas joke where my kids would be watching it. And the sad thing is that I was 48 years old and I'd still fuck a cartoon if I had the chance. And good night, folks.
There's Chris. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
if you're willing.
Hey, Christopher. 40 minutes. All right.
Eric just took the stage.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
All right.
Very nice. So how's it going out there?
It's good. Sold out.
Yeah, very nice.
Good crowd.
Yeah, good crowd.
Good crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, really good crowd.
We were just talking about that. There is something about that room since they expanded it. There's a bigger energy in there.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, it is because they're still kind of close. Like I can see everything that's going on in the back of the room and stuff.
Yeah,
like you don't miss anything up there.
Right. And and they're good tonight. Energetic.
Yeah.
They sound good.
Yeah, it does. It does sound good.
Yeah.
And Marla was there too, right?
Yeah. Marla was saying she hasn't been up that much lately. She crushed tonight.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of one of the things like when you host, right? She's like, just stay close. I haven't been on stage that much.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's.
And then she went over.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I know that feeling a lot.
She crushed. Absolutely
Yeah,
crushed.
she's great. I love Marla.
Yeah. Really good.
All right, so I have to say, now that you're sitting here with us, I have to say to you, I don't know if you heard me say it the other day, worst concert I ever saw was Def Leppard. Did you hear me say that the other day?
I heard, and I was cursing you, sitting in my underwear on my laptop, watching the show.
The nerve of that man.
I met Def Leppard. I met the whole band, and they're the greatest guys.
Yeah.
So you might not like them musically, but they're good guys.
I do like them musically. That's why I was there. But,
Yeah.
But it was some kind of charity show. Richard Marx opened the show. Then
Brian Adams.
I
was there, Madison Square Garden, like 1991.
Holy shit! Yeah,
I was
that's
there.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
No,
Did you think it was a
or
good
92?
concert?
Wasn't it the Meadowlands?
I saw that concert at the Garden. It was
Maybe it was the
but they
Garden.
might have been at the Meadowlands too. I don't know.
Wow, you're good.
'Cause I'm a Brian Adams guy too.
Oh yes, I'm not that big of an Adams fan, but I thought he was the best one that night.
Yeah.
See, and what pissed me off about Def Leppard, they only played songs from their whatever the new album was at the time, and then Hysteria.
Yeah.
They didn't play any of the old stuff. Foolin', Rock of Ages, none of it. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
They also played shorter sets that night. I remember too.
Well, yeah,
It's like
but
I've seen
still.
Brian Adams do 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw him right before COVID at Jones Beach. Brian Adams with Billy Idol. That was a great show.
Really, Brian Adams and Billy Idol?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Really good. Really good. And they both sound good.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah, they still sound good.
Wow.
We saw the Who at Jones Beach, and the sound went out.
Oh,
and
no.
They were so mad.
Twice. And
And they
the
were
band
like
left the
walking
stage.
off.
Yeah.
They were so mad.
They came back, thank God. But
What made it that you didn't like Def Leppard though that
well,
night?
that's
Just-
for that reason. They
Just
just
they didn't-
they were playing only new songs. What was the album after Hysteria?
Adrenalize.
Album sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah,
That album
not
sucked.
one of their
and
best.
so I was like, they were playing mostly that album. I'm like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about
Richard Marx is cool if you're into balladeers or whatever,
If you're into the 80s pop,
Yeah.
Brian Adams, again, I'm not big on him. I have, of course, the greatest hits and stuff, but he put on a fun show. It was entertaining. He was energetic. So I got a little more respect for him after that, actually. But
I'll give a friend of mine, his name was Mike Yanati. He passed away of COVID when it first started.
Oh, wow.
He was a union stage guy in Manhattan, and Pretty Woman was on Broadway for a little while.
Right.
And Brian Adams and Jim Valance wrote the soundtrack to it,
okay.
or the music to the play. And he got to spend some time with Brian Adams, and he said someone gave him a CD, someone that worked in the back, this is my CD. Brian Adams left. He went home to England or whatever. He came back a month later with notes for the guy. Not only did he listen to it, he gave him notes.
all right,
Yeah.
that's all right. I take back what
I would
said.
have dropped
That's
that
a
in the
good guy.
first wastebasket.
You ever get people?
This is my CD. I lost it. I don't know what the hell happened.
Give me another one.
Yeah.
Send it to my people.
Yeah.
But you must get a lot of that. I'm sure both of you get a lot of that. Oh, throw
Well, I
this
mean,
intact. Listen to this.
Somewhat. I mean, people want you to listen to their act with, especially if they're just starting out, and you're just listen, you're not even close to where you want to be.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Don't even waste my, you're wasting my time, you're wasting your time. So,
Yeah.
But I normally listen if I'm walking through the room or something like that, or I'm sitting in the green room and you're hearing the laughter, and then you're just okay. And then
I
they
guess-
might have some stuff I'd be like, and then when
Yeah.
they come off, go, listen, this is what popped in my head. You can use
Okay.
it or you can't
Yeah,
use it.
that's
that's
great.
Just
That's
all-
really helpful.
Absolutely.
Well, it was very helpful for me when I was starting out. I mean, a lot of comics like Kevin James and Rock Rubin and Gary Valentine were very, very, and
Sure.
Joey Cola
Right.
were very supportive and always were you can do this, you can do
Right.
that. I mean, I never really knew much about callbacks, and Gary Valentine was the one that was do my fucking joke with my kids,
Right.
you know what fuck it means. He goes, you can use that in the beach. When you go to the beach, you can bring it back. And I was like, oh, I never thought of doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's.
I think that's one of the things with new comics too. They're looking for new bits, but a lot of times you can expand the bits you already have with
Yeah.
a callback.
Oh, yeah,
or a
yeah,
tag.
Exactly. Make it more of a
Yeah.
story. I like to listen to that,
Yeah.
rather than just boom, 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 jokes.
It's a little weird too talking about new comics. I think, and I don't want this to come out negative, but I do think a lot of them are just trying too hard to get a couple of good zingers in just so they can, so it goes viral.
Yeah. Well, the thing, if it goes viral, you better have 40 minutes of material.
Well, right.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've seen that. I've seen that. You get these YouTubers that don't have stage presence or stage experience, and they freaking blow it. It's tough.
People come out to see him.
Well, right.
So
I guess that's the bottom line. But will they
that's the
come
bottom
back?
line. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
In the early 2000s, I went to like Palm Springs. Judy Carter wrote like the stand-up comedy Bible, these books and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to a convention out there, like a comedy 3-day, joke writing classes and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I remember I was going out there, and Bobby Collins said to me, like 90% of the actors you meet out there think they can just be funny on stage. Like they're just going to go do some stand-up.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people like that.
And then they get up there, and they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, absolutely. And you go back a while yourself doing this, yes?
Yeah, it's funny. Eric Tartaglione, who's headlining tonight, we actually took Stand-Up University 22 years ago this month.
Yeah.
So we
Wow.
took the stage together and Joey Petroni was in that class too.
Yep.
And we all took the stage together for the first time.
Yeah, and you recently did Joey's show.
Yeah.
Does he scare you? He scares me.
Because I know him off camera, but he is frightening to look at.
Hilarious.
Now, and what about the stuff he talks about? Like, half of it's bullshit, at least, right? At least half of it.
Look, he'll get mad if I say this, but he's one of the nicest
Oh,
guys
absolutely.
you will ever meet.
You know Joey Petroni?
No.
Oh, okay. You might if you saw him. He's always got the leather jacket, the long hair, the big beard. He's kind of like a biker dude looking guy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Never
No.
mind.
He does a lot with like it's funny. You see this guy, this gruff looking guy or whatever,
Yeah.
and he does all this work with like special
Charitable
needs
work,
kids
yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. you know?
Absolutely. When the pandemic first started, he was driving around giving groceries out to people.
Yeah.
Just knocking on their doors,
Yeah.
handing them groceries. It's amazing.
It's funny, like during the pandemic, like Eric and I one time we sat in the McGuire's parking lot, just kind of bullshitting. We hadn't seen each other for a while, and he was there, and we're talking about I opened for this guy, I opened for that guy, and then Petroni's like, did I tell you guys I filmed a commercial with Spike Lee?
Oh wow!
And like we
Hilarious.
didn't. I'm like most comics. If they did a commercial, it would have been all over Facebook.
Right, yeah.
He didn't mention it, and he did. He did a Monster drink commercial that none of us knew about. Like he
Really?
didn't even like text us and tell us. Like.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Yeah, because I'm used to comics like they're standing next to someone famous and they're posting
Yeah.
12 pictures.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, yeah, I knew this one other guy. He was in a movie. He didn't tell any of his coworkers.
No, none of them.
Yeah.
Not one word.
Yeah.
What a weirdo. Fucking weirdo. Do you know Mick Thomas is going to be here at the end of the month, I think?
I heard
May.
he's coming
May
here
or
next
something.
week.
Next week? Well, I think it's May.
That
they
was what he commented before. I'll be
What
in
is-
next week.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, that's
Is he
why I
doing
wrote
a
his
show?
name down.
Yes, but is he doing a show or is he...
Oh, I just assumed he meant in the club.
Maybe
or
it's
is he?
that. Well, I can't-
Was he talking about in here? I don't even know.
Well, I don't know if he's still listening, but if he is, he should tell us whether we should plug the fucking show or not.
Now, do you have to go back on after Eric's done?
Yeah, got to tell them to hand the man at the door their ticket.
Oh, that's
after
right,
paying
yeah.
their bill. And,
Right.
we got to. Yeah, but
Now, so you mentioned, Joey, mentioning his commercial stuff. You've had the pleasure of working with some bigger names, right?
yeah, like I'll tell you, it's funny. The first big name I ever opened for, it was me and Chris Monty. This is like early 2000s.
Chris Monty is a big name?
No,
I thought he was about to say somebody else was there.
So I love you, Chris. We get a call from John Ryerson, who used to own McGuire's.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He goes, I'm going to let you and Monty open for Jimmy Walker from Good Times.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, like, Jimmy Walker got on, like, Letterman or something and plugged McGuire's.
Yes, they would all do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they'd
Yeah.
always be like, Richard Jennings. I'll be at Governor's this weekend in
Sure.
Levittown, and a
Right.
lot of this stuff.
Nice.
And I remember I got these like, hey, don't bug them, don't mention the TV show, whatever. And I was
Don't
like,
ask him to say dynamite.
don't ask him to say dynamite, you know. And Ryerson had a colorful vocabulary, you know,
Yes, he
the way
did.
he told me. And then I just remember I was like standing in the back of the room, not bothering him, and he ended up being. We did 2 shows, and he
really
was a nice guy,
Yeah, no,
great
very
guy.
Nice guy.
Wow.
I met him.
Yeah, but
Yeah, our family is very proud of cousin Jimmy.
There you go. Hilarious.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I've heard he's a good guy, and that's true, right? You can't ask him to say dynamite, right?
You can ask him; he's not going to say it.
Right,
I mean, you know, that was. I think somebody had asked him when they were driving in Texas or something. He goes, can you do dynamite for me? He goes, do you have $1,000? Then I'll do that.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I
Yeah.
bet.
yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
I've learned to kind of give people their space, though, not to be all over
Oh,
them,
definitely,
like-
definitely. That's
Yeah.
all part of it.
Sometimes I think it depends on what you're talking about. Like if you're talking shop, I don't think a lot of guys mind that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just come up and say, "Can you say dynamite?" Like that. Yeah, that shit they hate.
Right.
I remember recently somebody famous came into McGuire's, and he was kind of like in the back of the room, and there's I don't know, security type guy drove him, like he's kind of in the back corner, so don't go up and bug him for selfies and stuff
Right.
if you're on the show, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Kevin James?
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I was thinking, yeah. Who's
but-
nice,
yeah.
but I just wouldn't
Yeah.
bother him, you know?
Right.
Like,
But he did. But yeah, I heard from other guys. Were you there that night?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I heard from other people that were there. Like he was kind of hanging out and just
Yeah,
talking
he'll
to
do-
people,
yeah.
and then he did. He was cool with some people taking pictures. But I guess as long as you're talking to him and everybody's comfortable, then you're not just going up to him. Can you take a picture?
He probably would have been cool if I asked him. I just didn't want
Right.
to bother
Yeah.
him.
Oh
You
no,
know
I
what
totally
mean?
get that. Absolutely.
yeah.
Like we saw Uncle Junior from The Sopranos. We were in the city one night for dinner, and he was on the other side of the restaurant. Same thing. We're like, we're not going to go bug this guy. He's the poor
Leave him
guy's eating
alone.
dinner. Leave him alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Kevin was in Vegas, and I was in Vegas too, and my cousins and my aunt were out there, and they're like, we got tickets to see Kevin. So they said, can we meet him? And I'm like, let me see what I can do. I mean, he's very busy and all that stuff, and I'm like, this is my aunt, this is my godmother, all right?
Right.
So they were like, all right, well, put him in the back. So my family got to see him after the show, and they were really happy. And Richie Manavini was the
Oh,
host,
wow.
and Richie,
Yeah,
the nicest
he's really
guy.
nice.
Hey, how are you? To engage you.
Right.
And my cousins called me the next day, and they go, we forgot to take pictures with him. And I said, no, you don't understand. I love you more for not taking
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
You know?
I know it seems to be a running theme tonight, but we actually spent time with Billy Joel. What was that? Like?
Yes.
I've never said
heard
the
this
word
story.
Billy Joel more.
I don't know why it keeps
Yeah.
coming up, but we did the same thing. We didn't take any pictures with him.
Right. Just
And
hang
we
out
would-
and chat.
hang
Right.
out.
And then we were talking somebody from his inner circle shortly after that, who said he will probably actually remember you for
Right.
that reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're talking motorcycles.
That's
Right?
correct. Yes. Wow.
Yes,
Good memory.
yes.
Yes.
It's funny. My son met Uncle Junior. He was my ex-wife used to work for a company that did like autograph signings.
Oh, okay.
And they did a thing with The Sopranos. And my son had never watched The Sopranos, so he was sitting with Uncle Junior, like taking the tickets.
Right.
And he had no clue. And I'm going nuts. Like, do you know who he sat with? My son's like oblivious. He has no idea, who he
You
was
look at him as
with.
Junior. I look at him as Johnny. What was his Johnny Ola?
Yeah,
He
Godfather.
played Johnny Ola in
that's
Godfather.
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
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 That's right. They killed him.
Yeah.
No, he was the one that brought down Fredo. He was the one that
Yeah. Right.
did Fredo, and he had
Right, yeah, I
he
forgot
got
about that.
Fredo in the Turn Against Michael.
Yep. Wow.
Said there was something for me.
Did you see that new edit of the third one?
No, I've never seen the third one.
Oh, you've never even seen it.
Yeah, don't say
It's
it.
awful.
It's awful.
It's awful. But
and it's like what, 17 hours?
It
and
felt like it, yeah.
And then they re-edited it, and it's like it's as long, and it's no better. So I got stuck watching this like twice.
It was. I was happy. I still thought it sucked, but at least this new edit, I was able to follow a plot. The first one was like the original
Yeah.
was like what? I couldn't even follow what was going on, who people were. it was it's terrible, but yeah.
Understood. Understood. I got to get out of here.
All right.
It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging around there,
No
pal.
problem, buddy.
Go. Good luck with the bread.
Mick Thomas will be here, folks. Take a look at the website. My buddy Mick Thomas will be here.
Govs.com.
Yeah. Say what?
I said govs.com. I said
Govs.com.
that's where you'll find out
Mick
where
Thomas.
Mick will be.
Yeah. Oh, my hat. Thank God I kicked it. That's why I put it there. I would kick it. And I won't forget it.
Thank you, pal. Tim Gage,
Nice
ladies and
seeing
gentlemen.
you.
Tim Gage.
Oh, thanks for staying, Chris.
Yeah, Eric's got about 25 more minutes to go.
All right, so now that you're here,
All right.
Move over a little bit closer to Tony.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I
You don't
understand.
have to tell me twice. To move closer to Tony.
Ooga. So the way I understand it, Hicksville Drools does it?
Oh, that's funny.
It's a joke. Like Eric and I grew up in West Hempstead, you
Yep.
know, and we just, I don't know, we when we got into comedy, we knew like the same places, the same.
So you didn't know each other beforehand?
No,
Right. It's
But
just
the weird
coincidence.
thing is, yeah, I knew Eric's brother. Eric's like 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't look it, but he is 10 years older than me. And
Well, it's those steroids he does. Well,
yeah.
look at that guy.
Oh no! Look at that.
We go from one fedora to another.
I used to hang out in Hicksville for the Islander practices when I was
Yes,
a
at
kid.
Caniac Park. Yes.
Yeah, that was
we
the best.
we mentioned Hicksville.
Every time. Every time.
But do you find that you get Eric more because you grew up in the same town?
Yeah,
because
like
that's how we kind of feel. Like we grew up in the same town, and I just kind of feel everything's just easy. Like I feel like the same teachers raised us.
Right.
Like and it's just there's just something about that like we don't even have to. Something funny will happen, and we'll just be like, we just.
There's
It's
West
fun.
Hempstead. Yeah, there's like West Hempstead ties to governors too.
Oh yeah, how so?
So when I was in school, one of my cousin's best friend was this girl, Christina. After she didn't do Facebook, social, she's on it, but it's not active. Haven't seen or heard from her for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking to Joe Carletto one night,
Yeah,
his
sure.
wife.
It's his
They're married.
wife.
They're married, and she graduated with like Eric's brother.
Oh wow.
Eric's brother, Mark Taglione. So one night at one of the governor's holiday parties, we were just like kind of, he's got like West Hempstead ties and stuff, It was pretty
Wow,
cool.
that's wild.
Yeah.
You're not getting out of here without coming in.
You said-
Comes,
Fresh.
oh look, she looks so relieved. She had a good set. She's happy.
She had a great set.
Look at her.
Chris,
She had a great set.
I didn't set my timer.
were
And, okay.
Why? How
I didn't
far
set
did
my
you go
timer.
over?
I think I hit it at 20. Was it 20?
I was watching the timer on your video.
Oh.
So yeah, I think he did more than 20.
Oops.
No, but it's fine. Eric said do as much as you want.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
you were-
because I didn't hit. I'm still like spastic. And I was like, I'm supposed to have my watch. And then I didn't have my glasses on. And, it's one thing bleeds into another thing.
Yeah.
So
But you're Marla Schultz. It's okay.
you're so sweet. You're
We're so happy. We were talking about that before here on the air. We're so happy to see you here tonight.
I feel the same way.
What a
I
pleasant surprise this was.
Listen, you know the sitch, and
Yeah.
I couldn't have been in a better place. The thing that was so frustrating is that chatter.
Yeah.
It was pile driving in my head, and it totally messed up my flow. Like
What-
this audience,
Oh, you had some
They're a little
noisy
chatty.
people.
They're a
Oh,
little
okay.
chatty.
really
Yeah.
chatty, but it was so hot. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was trying to power through it, and it was hard. It was just hard. So.
Oh wow.
I find it's one of those things too. Like when you host, when you first go up, a lot of times, waitresses are busting their butts. They're working hard,
Yes.
but they're taking like drink orders and stuff. Like there's still like a lot of stuff going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like headliners will deal with that towards the end of the night when they're dropping the checks.
Yes.
Check spot and stuff.
Yes.
But it just seemed like it kept going.
It wouldn't
know?
stop, and
Yeah.
I was really trying to power through it because when you have ADD, you can be like, let's compartmentalize. I'm not listening to this person, but I'm going to focus on this person.
She should have ordered that. Oh wait, I'm working.
Yeah, but it's like I couldn't remember like my next joke. It was
wow.
because it just threw me, and then I was like, fuck, why didn't I say that? By the way, you were really terrific.
I appreciate that.
He
You're
is.
really,
Chris is
really,
great.
really great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what was weird for me tonight? I do a lot of self-deprecating type material. I was getting some You know what I mean? Like, don't like me this much. Like me less. You know what I mean? Like, be mean to me, bully me. You know?
Right.
Smack
Oh,
me
that's
around.
funny.
Break out the ball gag.
I was just about. It's what makes me Papa Chubby.
You know,
Love
that's something I've noticed with that room. I mean, now that they've expanded it and they can fit so many more people, but it's still a small room. It's the ceilings aren't high, so the acoustics, like it doesn't, the sound doesn't have anywhere to go really.
No.
So you're battling a lot more. I love the room. I love the energy in there, but it's not like the big room. It's more space, and the sound will travel up.
And the feedback, it's like instant.
Yes,
You know, and
right.
it was right there. And listen, I mean, it's a great room, a great crowd, and I think I recovered.
You'd be great.
So, but thank you. No, and plus, I mean, walking in and seeing you guys, you not so much because I just met you, but these two, and then you. So, but no.
Oh,
you did
is
a
that
great
what the
job.
scream was when you saw Jeff? Is that what the scream was?
Yes, it was. They all were excited. They're like, oh my God, look at him. He lost 25 pounds. He looks great. He's not a fat blob walking in.
Has it been? You lost 25 pounds?
I've lost 25
Let me see.
pounds.
Stand up. Let me see you.
Take your shirt
Good
off.
for you, boss.
Take your shirt off. You have lost 20. Look at you.
You look nice and buff too.
Wow. So, is it exercise or are you ill?
It's the AIDS. It's the AIDS.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
The age.
No, I saw the pictures. You're posting
it's the
pictures of
hip.
you at the gym.
Yeah, it's a matter of portion control and hitting the gym 3 times a week, and it's.
How many
listen,
cheese sticks are you eating a day?
I am down to 0. I do not.
Whoa.
Didn't I tell you that? What?
And
Didn't I say
Dairy.
that
And
a
I got
year
rid of
ago?
the soda. You got to get rid of the soda.
Yes.
I said
except
if you
except
would-
when it comes to no Jack and Coke. That's the only time that the soda's allowable.
Is it diet soda though?
Oh come on, no. Stop.
Oh, it's such sugar.
I don't got the diabetes yet.
No, it was like a year ago. I said to him, I was like, if you don't have to do anything, just stop eating cheese sticks.
Yeah.
It'll just fall right off of you.
Yeah, I was looking like a cheese stick.
Yeah. He was eating like how many cheese sticks a day were you eating?
I was up to about 8 of them a day.
Yeah.
I was an overgrown
That
fat
alone.
child. So
Now, do you get really sunburnt?
absolutely.
Okay, because I just had this vision of like a Cheeto, cheese sticks, Cheeto. You have like the Irish, Italian look to you.
Looks good on you. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone else looks like I have melanoma.
He's not
But
Italian. It's the Rocky hat. That's why.
That's
Yep.
Makes you look Italian.
Adrian! Adrian!
Cheese stick! Cheese stick!
Yes.
Put it in. I'll take it orally.
So, so you mentioned saying you just met Chris. I'm surprised you and Eric and Chris have never met.
Never, no.
Yeah, because you guys are, veterans here. I'm surprised.
I haven't been here since practically a year. I mean, the last show I did it was in May. It was Memorial Day last year. So, and I've been down south, and
Yeah.
I was working the clubs there until everyone, you go to a chiropractor. I'm like, hi, I'm vaccinated, and they're like, thanks, and I'm like, and this is your time to tell me what's your status, and they're like, we have adjustments and we don't share our medical and I was like, so you're not fucking vaccinated? Okay,
Right,
thanks.
right.
Next. Seriously.
Oh, it's a different world.
It's
Yeah.
fair. We could have met 20 years ago, 18 years. Like I don't remember. Like I
don't
just-
remember either.
Yeah, I've literally had people go. Steve Lazarus, who was one of the stand-up you guys, he
Right.
booked me for this diner in Connecticut or whatever. I'm like, I've never been to that one. He's like, yeah, you did it in like 2017.
Oh, really?
I have no memory of the show. But he knows he paid me. He has a picture of me on the show.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember ever doing it.
It was funny. Steve was it last year said to me, he's like, yeah, remember that time we did that show upstate? And I was like, I have never done any shows with
Yeah.
you ever. So I was like, now the script is flipped on him.
Yeah, he sent me a picture. Like I was there in the room. I have no memory of ever being,
You just, you know what? Because it happens with my family. Marla, do you remember? And it was like, oh my God, that was such a good time. And I was like, man, I smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah, it's true.
Oops.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, if you don't remember, it must have been a good night.
It's a great place too. They have we all know the clubs and stuff. It's like, do you want to do this diner in Havre or no? Where is it? It was I forget the town in Connecticut, but it had 275 people at the show.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. It's like, and then after the show, it breaks down into a disco. It's like they have weddings in this room.
Oh, wow.
It's like a diner and a huge catering room connected to it.
Wow,
Sounds
those
like
creeks are
Leonard's
in
of Great Neck.
Yeah, it's that type of thing.
right.
You know, I remember I worked with this guy Andy Pitts. He sounds serious and stuff. He got 5 minutes of like applause breaks talking about the gunk on the end of the lotion. He got 5 minutes on that and destroyed.
Wow.
And I'm with Eric Haft, and we're going like, he's killing with the crud on the end of the lotion bottle.
Yep.
You know. And he destroyed, and trying to give it to his wife and not hit it too hard, or he blasts her with the lotion and stuff. It was great.
That's when I get jealous of you guys, because you could take stuff like that and make it so funny, and just the simple, obvious stuff. And I look at that, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm not there, and I get so jealous. And talking about Mick Thomas, because he was watching. I don't know if I know anybody quicker. Like when you're having a conversation, you're getting your balls busted.
Yeah.
Who's quicker than Mick Thomas to make fun of you and
It's the accent.
Mick's a great storyteller.
You fecking cunt.
Yeah, like he says cunt, and it's funny.
It's
you
Yes.
can do it. I can't do that.
I just started. I love that word. I watch a lot of British stuff, and there was all
They
these.
say it like it's nothing.
Yeah, but they get offended. I did shows in the UK, and they get offended if you say fuck, but you can be like, yeah, you
Yes.
little fucking
You
fat
could
cunt.
say-
Nice to see ya.
You just
I'm a little
can't
turned on
say,
by it with you just saying it.
It's a great word. It's a great, great word.
Yeah, Mick said that you can't say motherfucker.
Right. That's
Like
that's their
that's
equivalent
the
of cunt here.
Crossing of the line.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you can't say that.
So it's okay to still say midget everywhere you go.
I guess so.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I just wanted to make sure.
And then also, in case anybody didn't know, speaking of Mick, he pees in the sink. Here we go. So
He
just so
does.
just so you know.
That's what that smell was.
Yes.
Oh.
It was like a mixture of piss and Irish Spring, right?
Nice, nice. Or Jameson. Isn't that Irish whiskey? Right? You know what? I live in the city, and you just mentioned piss, and of course it pings my brain. But there's all these, everybody has the restaurants outside, and this woman with a German Shepherd let the dog pee right under the table. And I said something, and Mark, my husband, is an attorney. He goes, I could defend you in a court of law, but not on the streets of New York City. He goes, shut the fuck up. You don't know who you're dealing with. And I was like, I can't believe you let your dog pee. Like, people eat there. Like, what's wrong with people?
Right.
Wow.
What's wrong with people?
How is it in the city? Is it as bad as people are saying?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Now I've been down south, which is a whole nother world, but just
Right.
coming back to New York, I live on the Upper East Side, which is, I'm so happy to be, it's so hip not to be cool. And I'm thrilled to be living in a geeky neighborhood. But you go downtown on the Q train, which was the new train, and
Right, yeah.
72nd Street on the Upper East Side. It's a beautiful station. There's like, guys with like needles sticking out, defecating everywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah. You get on a train, you're like, next car.
Wow.
Yeah. And I hurt my hand, and my hand surgeon lived with his little kids on the Midtown West, like in the 30s, and he said there would be these junkies fucking on the sidewalks, hypodermic needles, like crapping, passed out. He didn't want his kids to see that.
Yeah, sure.
That's why a lot of people moved out
Yeah.
to the suburbs, because they don't want to see stuff like that for their kids.
Fucking de Blasio, that piece of shit. I hated him.
Everyone hates
Everybody.
them.
But he's
There's
running
no
for
one-
governor. Hey, you guys
is
want to
he?
volunteer for his campaign?
Oh, no, I'm good.
I didn't even hear that. Is he
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he's a
that's his
piece of
aspiration.
I took the train to Manhattan to get when the vaccines came out. I got the J&J at
The Javits Center. or
Javits
whatever?
Center. Yeah, Eric and I, same night. We got the same.
What? Is there anything you guys don't do
I
together?
know, we do everything together. Yeah, we were like an hour apart, though, so we didn't do it together. But we were like, first we said, this is wild. Like, the city is, like, deserted around the Javits Center. It was like a ghost town. But one of the things I noticed was de Blasio, they boarded, like, everything up in Penn Station. Like, no bathrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's, like, homeless people, like, taking craps, like, in the
Worst.
like you're waiting for your train and someone's like pooping like right over there. It was crazy, But I'm like, what did they think was going to happen when they boarded up the bathrooms?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
It made no sense.
Carl is here.
Carla, you want to sit down?
Well, to be fair, I have to sweep and clean up later, so.
How's it going out there?
Great.
Friendly parenting was terrific.
Oh,
Peaceful
parenting.
What was that?
Peaceful parenting.
Peaceful. I thought it was friendly parenting. I thought that was great.
You got to meet my daughter. You have to meet my daughter to understand.
You look great. You look like you got a tan. Did you go like someplace?
I was in Miami this
You were in?
week.
Oh, okay.
I'm glowing.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to hop back in
Oh, okay.
because Eric's going to be getting
All right.
off the stage reasonably soon.
I can jump in for you guys for
Yeah.
5 minutes. Exactly 5 minutes.
Come on in.
Sorry.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for coming in.
Good seeing you guys. You crushed it.
Here, Marla, move that way. Chris,
Seeing you.
can you tell the spicy psychic that they want her in the green room? You want to talk to her?
In the green room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When he's done.
Is Jim up yet?
Yes.
Oh, he's up right now?
He's about to be done.
Moving.
Oh, wow, that's a extreme close-up on my face. God, I need a nose job, guys. Why didn't
No, you
anyone tell me
don't.
my nose was so enormous?
Is your daughter like Carrie's daughter?
My daughters are, I have two. So my older daughter is 19 and my little one is 6. So I got a
wow.
bigger one and a little one, smaller one.
Are they
Carrie's
mini
daughter.
yous?
Kind of. Well, no, Isabella is not a mini me. She's a maxi me. She's 6 feet tall.
Wow.
She's a tall drink of water.
Wow.
And then my little one's like this big. She's a tiny little thing.
So
like this.
cute.
She is, yes, and she is very cute. Absolutely.
And I bet they have great personalities. Okay, I don't mean to hijack the show. I'm
that's-
just
no,
like a
it's
chatty
fine.
Cathy.
It's
No,
the
we're glad
Marla
you're here.
and Carla show.
Works for me. Oh, that's
We
a
were
good one. I like
That is a good
hoping
one.
to work together.
What, you
tonight.
and Carla? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I will never say I'm unhappy to be with Irene Bremis because I adore her, but I haven't seen Marla in so long.
Yeah.
It was very exciting.
Yeah, we were talking about that. When all of a sudden we're sitting here setting up, and all of a sudden Marla is just in the doorway. We're like, holy shit.
There's something magical about this place, I have to say, and there's something magical.
Look, that's my little one.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, but she's wild.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
She's wild. She's savage. She's fully Amazon. She's wild. And then
Gorgeous.
my big one.
I like how you describe them. This is the little one, and then this is the big one.
She's my
Like,
big and
what
my big
else
and
would
my
they
little,
be?
and this is my big.
It's like this is daughter number 1.
Gorgeous.
I have a big and a little. I mean, they're
Gorgeous.
19 and 6. What do you want?
Or she's talking about
Beautiful.
Keegan and Sally Annie. I'm not really sure.
I mean, which one of those is little?
Well, true.
Look how
good
pretty
point.
she is. She's so
It,
cute.
it moved. It moved.
Oh, no, you're looking at her boobs, you creep.
You're the one who moved it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a
Isn't
great
she
shot.
so pretty?
Yep.
Yeah, that's about
absolutely.
the same. That's about the
I
age
know
difference
who
between
she-
me and my sister.
I've seen her.
You've seen her, and
She's
then this
6
is my
foot tall.
little,
Well, yeah, we've seen her all the time.
my pumpkin. Literally, my pumpkin.
I mean, adorable.
I played hide and seek with her.
Oh yes,
We know
yes,
her.
You
yes.
have, yes.
And then this is just for Marla. This is how tall. You know Jay, right?
Jay who?
Okerson.
I've heard of him,
Okay.
yes.
So he's 6'4".
Oh, that's why. I was going to ask why your daughter's so tall. Okay.
Is that the
She's-
dad?
Yeah, and she's the one in the middle, and then that's me, and I'm not even short. I'll show you this picture
No,
because
you're
I look like I'm probably 5 feet tall. If you look at this picture, if you didn't know me, you'd be like, oh,
Like,
she's
what-
a tiny little thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
like she looks like can't believe you're
Wow.
like 5 foot tall, but she's really 5'2".
First of all, I'm 5'7", so shut
Oh,
the
wow.
fuck up. Why don't you go post some gym pictures?
Hey,
Why
at least I go
does
to
Jeff?
the gym.
Why does Jeff Bosey post the most? He posts the most basic gym pictures. All of a
Oh, I'm
sudden, he
sorry, was I
decides
supposed to model for you?
you
want
are
to show-
model. You're modeling
Did you
for
wanna see-
somebody.
Did you want to see little ab?
His
Oh.
new
Is that-
pictures. These are his Facebook pictures.
No, it's more
Yes,
like this.
I will pull it up right now.
She's
like
right,
this.
Jeff.
Like
She's
this.
right.
No, it's not.
That's
it's
her
literally
private
like
collection. That's not.
I
Look
want
at
to get a
me.
selfie because I want to get one with everybody. Can we do this? How can we do this? Can we take
with
a picture?
everybody.
Yeah, like
We're gonna
all
have to
of
do
us?
2. We're gonna have to do 2.
So who's
We're
got
doing
the longest-
selfies.
Who's got the longest arms?
Go over there. Go over there. Go over there. I'm gonna get
Oh,
one too.
Carla's got it.
Okay.
Go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm just missing Jeff. You gotta go right here.
Okay. Wait, no, Sally, are you in?
Wait, hold on. How about this? I'm gonna.
Oh,
This is
Whoa,
great
where's
radio,
Jeff
guys.
going? Whoa.
Us trying to take a selfie. This is great radio.
That's a great picture.
Hold on. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more. It's a great picture. This is a great picture. That is a great picture. This is great radio. Hold on.
Oh, it's people taking pictures.
This is great radio. Guys, shh, don't worry. Don't listen. We're just trying to take a picture. Hold on.
All right, so
Dead air. We're trying to hit a selfie.
So we're live from the green room. So we talked to the comedians and comedy. I see on your hand you got your notes. Can I see what the notes say?
My notes?
Yeah.
So my notes just say the person who I'm bringing up and their credits and when they want to be lit.
That metal show. What does the 3 mean?
3-5. That's when they want to light.
Oh, after 35 minutes?
This is how I host.
So, and Jim's up there now, you said?
Jim's up there now. I'm going to leave you guys in 1 minute so I can go light him.
Oh, he's done already?
He's about to be done.
Wow, I'm shocked. Wow.
Guys, if you were not here, you missed a spectacular show. Irene Bremis,
Yeah.
Natalie Cuomo, Jim Florentine, Marla Schultz was in that room.
Yes.
Eric Tartaglione.
Chris Williamson.
Chris Williamson was in there.
Thank you.
Now Marla's making a run for it. Everybody's leaving. You could have been here. I mean, Jeff Bosey's here, but, what are you going to do?
I have to go get my dog from my aunt.
Oh, I just got a dog.
Let's see.
Okay.
You have less than 2 minutes, just so you
Okay,
know.
ready? Yeah, I know. This is my child and my dog.
Ooh.
Watch.
Oh my God.
While she's looking at that, before you go,
If anybody wants to have a poo, come
Jim-
get this thing.
if you could, can you tell it? Jim said he would come in. So can you?
I will
think you
try,
can
but
throw
let
it
me
in?
light him.
All right,
I will
cool.
try, but I gotta light him. So hold on. Let
Right.
me see. All right.
Oh, yeah.
He probably has to do a meet and greet after.
Live from the green room. I gotta go. Thank you guys so
Go,
much
go,
for
go, go,
listening
go,
to
go.
my horse shit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Carla.
Marla
Thank you,
Carla
Marla.
Show. Tune in for the Marla and Carla Show.
Would love that.
Guys.
You too, Marla.
Really.
Absolutely.
We'll be in touch.
Sounds good.
Really, it's like, and you, I like you too.
Listen.
Don't
We
get
all
too
love
close to
Marla
him.
Schultz.
Don't get
very
too close
sweet.
to him. Just be careful around
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Hi, Tony and Sallie.
25 pounds. Look at you, man.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it. I got rid of like a whole toddler around the side of my.
And do you feel?
Oh,
do you
yes.
feel that? Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great. I can't
Really?
wait to You know what? My whole new motto is: listen, I'm 43. There's no reason for slacking. No reason. And that's it. So I'm dedicated to losing the weight, trying to look good, and I'm done with the whole weeble wobble. We can't fall down. And then to top it off. I heard at some point that, you guys were talking to Tim and you guys were going to put together possibly another race.
Yes.
And that was the trigger to make sure that I started. I can't have that guy win. Come on, I won the first one. I got to hold the title.
Yes, you do have to
I
hold
have
the
to
title.
hold the title.
Tim lost the same weight as me. Like, he lost me.
He lost it. He lost.
to Sallie.
It's like how much does he weigh? To Sallie.
Yeah. He lost, like,
So he's just
Me.
Annie since he lost to Sallie. Get
Yeah.
it? Get it? Get
that's
it? See what I did
a
there?
lot of weight.
That's pretty
I-
quick. Look
yeah,
at
that's
you.
pretty bad, yeah.
It's no lotion on top of the.
Right. Now, do you have a goal, or are you just losing until you?
I am losing until I disappear. Kind of like what I should be doing on stage sometimes. No, I've actually I started off at 240. Okay, so now I'm obviously we minus that. That's 215.
Very good.
Okay.
Jeff knows his math.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank
great.
you. Thank God it wasn't one
proud
of
of
your trivia
you.
questions on Trivia Tuesday. So, but my goal is, if I can, I'm really trying. I did have a low at one point in my life of 167. I'll be happy right about now, considering my age, 190.
How old were you when you were 167? You're probably 12.
No, that was no. At 12, I was a fat SOB. No, that was 22.
Really? At 22, you're 167?
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I was once again, I was going through a whole. I had like an Oprah Winfrey phase. My only problem is it's 20 years apart. Where I lost all the weight, put it back on, and everything. So, like marriage will do that to you. Depression. Anyways. So, but other than that, so now I remember I was listening to the show earlier, and you were talking with Eric Tartaglione.
Yes.
And Tim Gage.
I did.
And you asked the question. Okay.
I didn't
now
mention
here's-
your name.
Okay. No, I know. But now here's the thing. Now
Did I screw it up?
question. No, you didn't screw up at all.
Okay.
Now I question the validity of where I got my information from, and I'm gonna have to sit there and say, next time I see them, I'm gonna have to say to that person, say, I love your stories,
Right.
and never mention them to anyone again. So.
So you weren't there for that. I thought you witnessed it.
I was not there during the early days of Eric Tartaglione. No.
Well, I didn't know this was early days either.
I thought it was a reputable source where I got the information from. It's another Long Island veteran.
We can't name this person.
Well, no, because I don't want to.
It's not like we're talking about this person shooting heroin. We're just saying this person may have gotten the story wrong.
It's just that the person, I don't know. I guess the story is not validated. And I'm going to have to shake my head and say yes, it was a great story, and thank you, and don't ever tell me again.
Maybe the person just got the wrong. Maybe it wasn't Tartaglione. Maybe
because it was so descriptive about the goatee and everything. So the story was it's kind of to the point of where you sit there and you tell a story, but you believe in it so much that it's real.
Right.
So maybe I don't want to ruin it for that person. That that's a memory for them.
It's still a great story, and I think it's a great conversation piece because I ask about that quite often with the comedians with facial hair, and I love talking shop. So and that's an interesting top piece of it for me.
Right.
So I think it's a great story.
Like I said, as far as I can remember, the only headliner, like major national comedian that ever had a beard would have been George Carlin.
Yeah.
That would have been it. But
yeah, now you got me thinking.
Yeah, you sit there and you want to think about who could have been possibly with a beard.
Well, no, Louis C.K. has a beard often.
Not all the time, but most of the time he does.
Right.
Robert Klein has had a beard here and there,
but he mainly had it off in the beginning.
Yeah. Robin Williams, but usually for a part.
Right. But mainly had it off.
Yeah. I mean, tons of them have mustaches, but
right. Well, yeah, except for the if you blah 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 blah, you might be a redneck. Well, screw that guy. I don't care. It's right next to that the other one, the one that says "Get her done." What's his name?
So
the heavy set one from that whole crew of redneck blue collar people.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy. You do know that's not his real voice.
What do you mean? Like Gilbert?
I talk like this and everything.
Oh, that's an act?
That's a part of his act. That's not that I know for a fact, and he's in his videos and everything. So this one I can raise my hand and say is true. That's not his real voice.
Well, all right. So that's another thing too. Like we were talking before about Gilbert.
Right.
That wasn't his real voice, but that was his act, and that's what worked. I mean, whatever gets you out there, man.
I mean, God bless it. You could sit there and go okay, out for hours. I could never sit there. I had a hard enough time. I was earlier before I got here. I was hanging out with my son, and he was like, "No, do the voice," and I'm like, "Okay," and then I had to get raspy. It's and I'm doing it over and over again. I was like, "Wow, this is hurting my throat. I can't do this time on end."
Right.
Doing all that kind of stuff. But other than that, how you guys been? I haven't seen you in a while.
We're doing good, right? Everything's good.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Good.
So far.
Good. So far?
Yeah.
I do like the fact that you're wearing glasses. I never catch you on air wearing glasses. This is a new for me.
Yeah, well, I've only had them a month?
Mm-hmm.
Give or take.
So you got your eyes checked recently?
Yeah, got my eyes checked, and it was determined I needed glasses.
Yeah, we were driving around at night one day, and I'm like, I don't think you see. I don't think you.
Because I hit a couple people, but they were old. Their time was up.
You have to go get your eyes checked.
Well, to be fair, my lovely partner in life says that I should be getting glasses because I can't see a thing. And I was like, listen, I know landmarks the tree.
That was Tony's thing.
Okay.
Since he's retired from the phone company, he used to drive all over Long Island, so he doesn't even think or look like using Waze is not his.
It's pointless
thing because he's he's got the big maps and he knows everything about Long Island, so he got away with not wearing glasses for a really long time because he just knows exactly where he's going all the time.
Same here. I mean, but don't forget. I mean, before we had Waze and everything, we had to actually go ahead and we had to use Hagstrom Maps. Yeah. And we got tired. We made sure we put routes in our head to memory because we got tired of sitting there and go, okay, go to page 35. Okay, so you go to page 35.
Right.
All right. Now go back to page 22. Okay, we're going back to page 22. All right, now go back to page 36. I was like, why couldn't I just continue from 35? So you sit there.
It's like that for a long time.
So you sat there and you made sure you remembered how to get someplace the next time. So that was a big thing. But like, forget about it. If like someone does, like their phone dies and they're using it for a GPS, they're screwed today. These people.
Right.
Well, it's funny you say that because Carla was before we went on the air. Carla was hanging out back here and she lost her phone, and like you think about that, like how important that is to not lose your phone, and just everything that comes with that, and how attached we are. Like she was really kind of panicked, which I understood. We're so attached to these things and we have so much on it.
Really a sad bunch of like.
Well, that's basically my point. We're all pathetic people. Yes.
I love it. Like I just love having this cell phone. Like
for dick pics.
For everything. Dick pics and all. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing because like, along with Sallie, I use it for dick pics.
You guys compare. Look at this one. Oh, check this. Look at this one I got.
This one's dripping. Okay, I'm sorry. That was so wrong. I am so sorry. I didn't even have enough. I only had my one Jack and Coke. I should have. That's like a 4 Jack and Coke comment.
So is that all you're doing? No cheese sticks, no soda?
No, like that's it.
It's so easy when you're like an unhealthy eater and you decide to eat healthy.
Yes,
it's amazing. Your body's so happy.
Let's take a couple steps back. I'm not saying I'm eating healthy. It's portion controlled now. Instead of like eating like a huge bowl of like pasta, now it's turned into like mainly it's like maybe 4 spoonfuls.
But the smaller your stomach gets, the less food you need.
Well,
it's amazing.
Like, listen, no matter what, our stomachs are about the size of a fist.
Right.
And when you go in ahead and you're like shoving like the size of like your ass.
Like if you eat a pizza.
Yeah.
Like how is that even possible? Like that's how stretched our stomachs will get.
Exactly.
So
well,
I'm happy for you. That's
thank
great.
you.
Do you feel better?
I feel better, and I feel that I know if I had to race a now new skinny, hot looking, delicious Tim Saliani, excuse me, I had a moment. I at least I know I have a fighting chance this time because I remember I saw the video of the race and I was like, wow, why is the doughboy running super fast down this football?
You were great.
Yeah, you blew us away. I don't think the weight you had at that time had very little to do with it. I think you're just a fast runner.
But
really, when you're trying to get away from my wife, you got to be.
But you felt it afterwards, like you were sweating for an hour.
Yeah, true.
So I was like a little worried for you. So not anymore. This summer's you're gonna be a rock star.
Hey, listen, I would like to just at least get to the point of where I could see an ab. Not abs, not a 6-pack, an ab.
You're talking about when you go to the beach during the summer. You're talking about yourself. Oh,
yes, I was talking about myself, and then like it caught me out again with the dick pics and looking at other guys.
Too white to go to a beach. He'd have like skin cancer by 3 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah, I don't do the beaches, but so you had a lot of interesting people on tonight. You
We
had
did.
Marla Schultz. I love seeing her.
So
Finally
do I.
got to see her in person for the first
Yeah.
time.
Oh, this is the first time?
First
She's a
time I got
great
to
lady.
see her
Wow.
in person. I caught her in the green room down the hall. And
She's great. Love
I was
Marla.
like, oh my God, it's Marla Schultz from Flip the Switch.
Right.
And so good to see her. And then Irene Bremis was in there also. She's amazing to talk to.
Natalie Cuomo was in there.
I didn't see Natalie Cuomo, but I do know who that is. I bumped into her. Carla's here. I mean, who doesn't? And Carla's here. So. And then Eric, and you had Tim Gage who pops in, and then Chris Williamson, love him to death.
Yes.
I'm surprised he was actually here tonight because he loves, was it Ella Moore? Or more, Ella Moore? The band. There's a band. Ella Moore? L or more?
L or more?
I'm really butchering up probably the name. But he loves this one band that's on Long Island.
Oh.
And then they're playing at Mulcahy's, and I'm surprised he's here because I know
That's
follows.
how much he loves Eric.
Yes, that's how much he loves Eric Tartaglione. So
it's been a good night. We've had some really cool people hanging out with us. I am hoping though to get.
Thank you for the
Florentine.
gesture.
Yeah, you're one of them.
I know. I try play.
And I'm assuming you guys could hear in the background while you guys are talking. I mean, the applause that Tartaglione just got at the end of his show just now. That was quite the round. So it sounded great. So. No doubt he had a great night as his wife just went running by.
See you later. Bye.
Jim Florentine hosting, headlining in the Big Club.
Yes.
Hoping that we get a few minutes with him. We still have 20 minutes before we call it a night, so hopefully we can finish up with him. He probably has to go out and do a meet and greet, though, right? But I don't know. Hopefully,
I have no idea. I don't know how
if
he
they
runs
make
the shows.
I don't know if they make the headliners of his stature go out there for meet and greets. Do they?
Do they even do that anymore with like?
I guess
COVID?
it's up to the headliner. Pretty
Yeah, that
much.
could be,
Because I
yeah.
know Vic. He'll do that. He'll run out and do.
Vic
the meet
is
and greets.
he's very gracious
know,
with his time.
Dice will tell you to go F yourself. He's done.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know. I mean, you catch sometimes you'll catch Carla or Keegan, but they're just just trying to get out of the place. So
They're looking for somebody to buy them a drink or something.
exactly.
What do you got? What have you had going on? Have you been performing at all? Or you got anything coming up?
Let's see here. I had I had your show, and then
Right.
I got ill.
Did
I did get sick, but then it was so I missed pretty much 2 other shows. But now
you weren't in the hospital, right?
I'm not in the hospital this
Okay.
time.
You
I
fo-
will.
but
You
you
won't be the
fooled
first one
everybody.
to know.
But you fooled everybody because you wrote something about the hospital, so everybody thought you were in the hospital.
What did you have?
AIDS. No. What was it? That's why I lost all the weight. No, it was it was just a regular flu. I had a fever
Yeah.
for 24 hours, and then that was 2 days later. I was I just felt drained, and then I'm back to work on the third day. That was about it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a regular it's amazing enough that people forgot about the regular flu. This thing doesn't
I know, right?
it's
I know.
it's,
Everything's a COVID.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm running around, and then the person at my house that lives with me that pretends to love me, was saying oh, we're giving you a COVID test. He's sticking the thing up my nose. I was it's supposed to be the rapid. It's supposed to be just around the circle. No, I'm just gonna hurt you. And so
It
I
wasn't
got
even.
the-
Yeah, it was like a stick.
No, and
wasn't
it was
even,
weird because,
it was a
I said,
branch.
I was you're not supposed to put it in the anus. So she was just jamming it up there. And but I was it came back negative. I was of course it came back negative because I don't have it. Stop. So I got I'm okay now. I'm perfectly well. The next thing I have coming up is actually on Monday. I will be at Amityville Music Hall. for a show.
Amityville Music Hall.
Yes.
Where is that?
Yeah, I've never.
I would definitely say Amityville.
Well, we live like a block from
Amityville
Amityville.
Music
I
Hall.
haven't heard of that.
all right. Well, what's going on there?
A comedy show.
Oh.
Well, I'm not. Listen, I might have lost weight, but it's not stripping yet, Tony. I mean, come on.
So
I don't look good.
It's just a
pale.
regular night of stand-up.
What? Yes.
just a stand-
It's a
who
night-
else
It's not the Amityville warehouse. It's not. That's not.
No,
it?
not that one. That's another place. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Adam Parsons. Who else will be on there? Will Romero. I almost forget. There's a couple of decent people that are going to be on the show. But like I said, I'm there. I'm actually hosting the show.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So it's work.
Yeah.
You've hosted shows.
I have.
So it's actually work. So because you're sitting there, you're looking at the
Yeah.
clock, and you got to sit there
not
and know
easy.
when to light them and get them off, and grab the hook and pull them off.
Yeah, you're working the whole night.
So and then you got to make sure you have enough time, save a couple of jokes just in case in between, because in
Right.
case some of them are not, funny. But that should be great because it'd be finally I'm out entertaining finally.
That's
Nice.
good.
And then that's about it until someone else, wants to book Jeff Mosey. Oh my God, it's the Prince of Death himself. I'm surprised he's here.
Oh, look at this.
I thought I could get away from him for an entire weekend, but
Oh,
no.
there's no.
No, you can leave it open.
Oh, and now he's closing the door. That's even more creepy.
Leave it open.
Yeah, because we're hoping to grab.
Yes,
quarantine.
leave it wide open, so I can run.
Nice. There we go.
Well, you can sit there.
We'll try it out if
I
he
will listen.
sits in.
If he comes in, I'm the first person to jump up. We're not all.
Why did I
like
think you had a show tonight?
Because I was supposed to.
Oh.
We can hold. Hold on. Let me get this in the microphone.
Yes.
All right. Can we hear me?
I don't know. I don't have mine. Well, you have yours.
Hey,
on.
That does it.
Am I good? All right.
You're good. Yes.
I was supposed to have a John Butera gig all the way out in Bellport.
Oh,
Get
right.
there.
Okay.
It was me, Fat Jay, Andy,
Right.
a couple other guys.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up, so.
The audience or the comedians?
No, the audience. There was nobody there.
So you performed in front of the
No, we didn't.
the wait staff.
We didn't freaking do
Oh,
anything.
that's awful.
We just left.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Hey, hey.
There's
Oh,
Liz
Elizabeth
Batterpede
and
is
her-
here.
Hey.
Hi, Liz Batapede.
And Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
So,
Have a seat on the couch. Relax. We got headsets and microphones there.
so
We'll get to you guys in a second because I want to hear about the show. We'll just,
or
we'll
lack thereof.
So
and this is obviously not a jab at Butera. This isn't my first rodeo. Like, I've been to bum gigs
But what
before.
happened? How did this happen?
I have no idea. It's not my gig. It's not my show. I mean,
but
it
you didn't ask
happens.
him?
No, like just like I'm used to like him putting on like a good show, so I don't ask him about like if there's going to be a crowd. Like,
Well, no, I mean, once you're
look,
there and you see
for
nobody
me-
there, you didn't ask him where is everybody? How come
like,
nobody showed up?
And Fat Jay was talking to him. He's just like, I don't know why no one's there. There was reservations apparently, so I guess I don't know. It's hey, listen, I'm not mad at it. I just came here. I'm gonna have a drink and I'll kill myself. That's all. You know?
Wow. See, I'd be floored.
Nah, it's not a big deal. Listen, I'm going on my 10-year anniversary in freaking June, so this is like I said, this is my first rodeo.
I hear you.
I've been there. To me, like even if there were like 10 people there, I would have still performed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but there was literally like there was 2 people playing Yahtzee. Literally 2 people just playing Yahtzee. That was it. They were literally playing Yahtzee.
Liz and Melissa, you have to like pick a microphone, then I have to figure out.
Yeah, those headsets have mics on them. Yeah.
Which ones you have.
I have HS3.
Well, just talk into it.
Hello.
That's
Hello.
And now you can land the plane.
All right, cool.
So Liz and Melissa are here. Is this your first time in? No, it's not your first time.
It's
You were
my
here.
first
It's
time.
your first time.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice. So how did it go in there tonight?
Eric was amazing.
Amazing.
He is great,
Yeah,
isn't
he
he?
had some new stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys have seen him a million times before, right?
Yeah.
He's excellent.
Never
Excellent.
disappoints.
Nope.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
He's
We
got a
laugh-
great energy up there.
We laugh all night.
Yeah. Oh, all night. Yeah.
Yeah, we had who was the other guy? Chris Williamson.
Chris Williamson. Yeah.
He was good. He was really good.
How was
Is
Marla
this-
Schultz?
Oh, she was funny.
Great.
Oh, she did
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, Marla's great. Yeah.
I liked how she did Italian Girls.
Is this the first time you guys have ever worn headphones?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Why?
Because yeah, it's upside down,
Oh,
right?
fuck, why?
The one ear there, wasn't it? You got
No,
There you go. There was.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
There you go. There you
There you
go.
There you go. See, doesn't it sound better now?
No.
You had the one ear
Yeah.
was facing out instead of on the ear.
I did it too, so don't
Yeah,
feel
you
bad.
both did it.
Well, it was like a
So-
WKRP Cincinnati thing.
You
where
can
they're
tell
like,
we're related, huh?
Was this the first time you saw Chris and Marla?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were great, right?
Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it was a
Very
good. That's a
good.
good show right there. Very nice.
And I like that Eric is headlining.
Yes,
Yeah.
as he
Sold
should
out.
be.
Yeah.
He
Sold
should be.
out.
Yes.
It's hilarious. You know, it's funny. Speaking of Chris Williamson, one time I'm here and there was this green notebook in the green room of the little book, the little room. Sorry, and usually I can figure out like whose jokes book this is by reading the jokes. I'm like, I don't recognize any of this.
Right.
So then I'm like, who was here last night? It was a Mike Dillon show, and I know Chris was there. So I say, does this look familiar to you? Yeah, that's mine. I'm like,
wow.
oh. So Operation Give joke book back to Chris.
How much did you make him paid for the book back? What was your ransom?
I asked for his entire funeral card collection in exchange for the safe return of his notebook.
Have you guys ever seen Steve?
Yeah,
Rocky?
Yes,
yeah, they
yes,
know me.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I seen him in the parking lot.
And you run the other way?
Yeah, yes.
I should have, but
That's where we
I
met.
hugged him.
That's where we met, actually, in the parking lot. Memories.
Yeah, so it's nice that Eric's headlining. His wife is hanging around, which is
yeah,
nice.
Susan
Yeah, Susan.
somewhere.
What do you think of the expanded room?
I never saw the smaller room.
This was your first time in
It
that
was the
room?
first time in the giggle room.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So I thought you guys were here more than us.
We probably were, but
Yeah, but never in that.
Their main room only.
Yeah, something
Well,
like
yes,
that
they
was.
are. They are royalty
So that's
here
why they've
after
never
all.
seen my yacht.
we saw you at McGuire's. We saw you behind Applebee's.
Next to the dumpster. Appropriate.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different show. I don't know why I just gave you one.
It's not bad.
Steve's making a mess of
I'm so sorry. It's the first time ever.
cut him off. Actually, it's your first.
It's my first drink.
Your first drink.
Oh my God.
Jeff,
I hit the freaking.
Jeff, shouldn't we just cut him off though? Because he's a valuable employee, and we don't need him. Right? He's been having some issues, right?
Well, he doesn't. I don't think it's drinking that causes
You're
the
doing
issues.
better though.
So
He is doing better, yes.
Much better.
You're losing weight. He's
No,
doing
I'm-
better.
oh,
he
he-
lost weight. You're doing right. You're doing
I
better now.
gained all the weight he lost. I found.
Have you? You've
We're
gained?
about to meet in the middle. It's alarming.
Well, that's your Friday nights. When you meet in the middle. We're not talking about weight anymore.
deep in the middle. So, anyways,
And
hi,
what did you
Steve.
weigh? Like 215 or something like that.
See,
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like,
Is he bragging
I was
all
like,
day at
I was
work?
like
Every time.
I was 213. I'm like, oh no, we're about to collide. This isn't good.
he got. I remember he said to me. He's like, now I need a kid, Jeff, because now I need to actually look like I have a dad bod.
Yeah, like I need kids.
So.
Wow. So yeah, I'm shocked that this was your first time in that room. Yeah. You guys just started coming just because you love comedy,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Laughter is the best medicine.
absolutely, it gets you through everything.
Oh yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Today's a day where I needed this.
Oh yeah.
Pardon me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah.
up.
What
Pardon
happened?
me. I'm gonna get up and talk to someone.
Okay.
Carla?
Yes.
Everything all right there? I think everything's fine. Oh okay. Oh okay.
That
Thanks.
that was the least sketchy thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, is Jeff dealing or something? I don't know what's going on.
Carly was
he's-
probably
he's-
just like,
Like, get over here, son of a bitch. No,
So,
no.
and you've been coming for years now. Yeah, I mean, all the
Yes.
comedians know you guys.
Most of them-
Everybody. Yeah.
most of
Pretty
them.
much.
Yeah. But do they get to know you just like they see you in the crowd, or do you stay after and tell them how great they were? Like, how did you build this relationship with these
We
guys?
said hi.
Yeah,
Afterwards,
okay.
Afterwards,
But we weren't groupies.
and if you
Right.
if you remember the first time I met you, was
we
Yeah. Sallie's here. Be quiet. Be quiet.
you know, I looked at you two. I thought you were a couple of chuckle fuckers, but you're not groupies.
but we didn't do you though.
The first time we met was at the rally, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the first show on the patio, and I walked past you, and you said,
Oh,
"Are
yes.
you a comedian?"
Yes.
And then you knew what my name was, though.
Right, because that was the thing. I knew the face, but I couldn't. I didn't. It didn't register why.
I
So,
was
yeah.
following your show.
Yes, which I thank you for.
I love the show.
And this show loves you.
I know.
What are some memories? Like, are there any nights, being at any of the three clubs that that stand out?
They remember exactly where they were, where they saw me for the first time.
I saw you on
So
the
it was
patio.
exactly.
Yes. And you're from Brentwood.
Yeah, see, they listen. Good
Oh.
class.
Well, yeah, we've all heard that quite a bit. No, I'm kidding. Well, are you Brentwood people too?
No, we drove an ice cream truck in Brentwood for years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he was a kid.
No, I've only been in Brentwood for like 4 years.
No, I know.
Oh, I didn't know you used to have an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Did we know this?
No,
No, I didn't think so.
I did
Really?
it for 25 years.
No kidding, really?
Yeah. That Brentwood got really bad, so I got out.
And when I moved in,
Yeah, it's all his fault.
4 years ago, odd coincidence.
was it a Mr. Frosty?
No, we did the hard ice cream.
Good humor.
It's all
Circus
pre-made.
man, circus man. I'm a
Circus
circus
man,
man guy.
yeah.
Happy Time ice cream.
It was happy
We
time.
were the competition.
and there was women on that truck, so.
And we were pretty busy because we only worked with women. Either the driver, every worker, we always had a helper, and it was always a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's now ice cream people. The
Oh,
ice
no.
cream man is sexist.
That's right.
Ice
We're-
cream person.
we're
It's the
ice
ice
cream
cream
ladies.
person.
Ice cream ladies. I like it.
Yeah.
We were the hot dog ladies, too.
Don't
How
shut
do you
up.
become an ice cream man? That might be a fun job. How do you become an ice cream man?
Well, you own the truck, right?
You own the,
Yeah.
you buy
And the
the
route?
truck. Is that how
And
it
the
works?
business.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a
I met my husband.
It's not like
through
a
the ice cream man.
franchise thing.
You met your husband what?
Through the ice cream man. Because I was hanging out with him. My kids were away to their fathers over the summer, and I met the ice cream man, and he goes, "I got a guy for you." And he told me.
Wow.
And I spied on him.
Then she slid to his DMs.
Yeah, right.
And that was it. No.
Wow.
No, and then I introduced myself, and we were together 32 years.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
He
Over
owned the
ice
business. He sold the ice cream to the trucks, to the restaurants.
He used to wear the Good Humor uniform and used to ride the bike.
Oh, really?
He
That's
did
cool.
that. He did that when he was 12 years old. He sold the ice cream on an ice cream bike and did the Newsday.
Wow.
He used to deliver the newspaper to Robert Moses
Oh, wow.
and to Captain Kangaroo.
Bill something, right?
Kirsch.
Wait,
Keenan, something like that.
Yeah.
actual Robert Moses.
The real Robert Moses.
the
And he
real
was a
Robert
cheap
Moses.
fuck.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I had an uncle that was neighbors with, so maybe he delivered to my uncle as well. He was neighbors with Captain Kangaroo.
And he was a great tipper.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Is there a lot of money? Well,
Yes,
if you
there's
don't,
a lot of money in it.
a lot of crazy hours though, too, right?
Yeah, because
They're
They're
work a
deep
lot
in
of
the pocket of
nights.
Big Scoop.
yeah, but you got to go in the morning and get your supply, and then you set your truck up, and then you start at like 11 in the morning. Sometimes you didn't stop till 11 at night.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. The
A lot of
hours
work,
are crazy. Yeah.
great money.
But it's like half the year you're not working, right?
no.
It's a seasonal job.
Oh, that's.
But during the
true.
pandemic, it was rough. All their assets were frozen. That's a Chris Capel joke. I'm giving him a plug. I just did one of his jokes. Love you,
Yeah,
Chris.
we worked from like, depending on the weather, from February till November to almost
Thanksgiving.
because we had soccer teams. We you
Sure.
know, we
And
did ice
football
cream.
is full.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
would do hot chocolate and
It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were off for maybe 4 months.
Sometimes the ice cream people is where you get your marijuana too, though. So.
Oh yeah, that's true
Not
too.
me.
But not
Yeah,
us.
Really? Yeah, you sure about
Not
that?
us,
Not
but
us.
So you say.
not us, but I know who.
That's why they come to the
that would
comedy.
be- that
They
would be-
graduated. They started on the ice cream truck. Now they come to the comedy clubs and sell to the comedians. So I'm on to you guys.
I recently just bought ice cream flavored weed.
There's such a thing?
Yeah, never mind. Doesn't sell it. I don't know who that is.
Fat J.
I don't know who that is.
He's talking.
I was
about it
supposed
on the
to.
air.
I was supposed to host for him, headline tonight, and it didn't happen.
I am shocked.
My
about
dreams
that.
are dashed.
I feel bad for you guys.
And I've been doing comedy for 10 years, and I was just waiting for the day that I could host for Fat J, and this never happened.
As a guy doing theater all these years, I have done shows where 2 people were in the audience, but and it's a bad feeling. I feel awful.
We still took a picture at the end, and he signed the poster for me. And
Nice.
he's a great guy. I'm going to make a post about it tonight, saying it was an honor to at least possibly perform in front of Fat J.
Keisha,
he felt like it's funny. I kept saying that he thought I was making fun of him. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm making fun of the fact that I'm hosting for you. Like, this is sad. This is very sad for me. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of myself.
Bob Keeshan is his name. From Jerry Lahane says Bob Keeshan was
I'm
Captain.
sure Jerry knows the answer.
I'm sure Jerry wrote for Captain Kangaroo too.
Oh my God!
I'm just kidding, Jerry.
Ghostwriter for him.
Jerry wrote our show tonight. That's what I'm holding here.
We love you, Jerry.
Absolutely, we're just picking fun. I got to get some more info out of that guy eventually, right? Definitely. Yeah. There's an interesting character right there.
I think so.
Yep, absolutely.
There's a whole show on him.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Yeah. So I know I asked a question before. I don't know if we got any memorable nights, special nights that stand out for you guys here. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to choose, but
Well, I always loved Vic and Eric together, but also Anthony Rodia.
sure.
But I did ask for you tonight, Rocco, when we first got here. I was asking for you when I first got here tonight before the show.
What, you had asked if Steve was going to be performing
Yeah, is
in
he
it?
here? Is he here
Oh,
tonight?
wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
I
you
see.
popped up.
That's funny.
Yeah, he popped up.
If you're around next Friday, I'm in the
Giggle
Giggle
room?
Yeah, come down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing one of those longer sets. I'm doing
Longer
like
than tonight?
With people?
Well, yeah, longer.
You mean there'll be actual people there?
Anyone else want to be a fucking comedian today?
Matter of fact.
Now you're banned. No, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna do like 25 at the end of a showcase, so it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. There's gonna be a couple of up and coming guys. There's gonna be a couple of experienced guys, a guest spot. It's good. It's gonna be hour and a half show like typical.
Okay.
Have fun.
That's Friday in the Giggle Room?
Friday in the Giggle Room, yes.
Very
It's
nice.
the Knights of Rocco Comedy Showcase.
Yep.
Sounds like fun.
Knights of Rocco. There's guys I pick who I just legitimately like. Because I don't try to be like a bringer show producer. I personally just don't like doing that. I find it a little exploitive. But if there's someone who I legitimately like, who I see that they're working, they're in their stripes, I'm like, yeah, I like this guy. I'm gonna give him an opportunity. That's how I run my ship.
One of my favorite females, one of the most memorable ones, is Olga.
Oh, really?
I love her.
I talked to her today,
She
actually.
is awesome.
She's upstate in Binghamton, I think, tonight.
Performing or?
Yeah.
She is awesome.
She's outrageous, man.
I remember when she first went to McGuire's, her first show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yes. And she grew so much from her first show.
Well, you're alive.
Oh, I did. I noticed that too. She walked in by herself. We thought, she'd beat you up or something.
It hurts still.
You know it wasn't sexual, that's for sure.
No, not at all.
It's hilarious.
So Olga,
Yeah.
that's an interesting choice because again, you've seen so many shows. Here.
Yeah. She's awesome.
She's great.
Nice.
She's
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
Like I said, I talked to her
absolutely.
today. She's upstate. I had her feature for Carrie out east in Santa Mauritius.
We missed
couple of
that
weeks ago.
show, and I live down the block.
You do?
Yeah.
That's where you live?
I live in
Yeah.
Mauritius.
Well, I just came from
I
Bellport,
was
so
so
you know the
pissed
area.
that I missed that show.
We didn't know you were in Bellport tonight.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
That was
You know
funny.
You
That
know
was
what?
very funny.
I'm not upset. I'm just upset that you beat me to it.
He's like, you almost had it by 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm still floored by that. I can't believe that.
Bring me 8 more of these.
And they always have the best comedians, and they even have good food. Like it's
The
just
food's great.
Yeah.
Food's always great.
Yeah.
Never a complaint. The chocolate mousse cake at the end. It's a die for.
Now I'm
never had
hungry.
that
Why'd you
here.
gotta mention that?
I actually asked Joe Carletto to please get that chocolate mousse cake, or I wasn't coming.
That's right.
He made sure it was ordered.
Really?
We get it every time we're here.
I've never had that here. I
It's
didn't know they had.
delicious.
It's delicious.
Sure, now they mention all the great stuff
You
that I
eat
can't
chocolate
touch.
mousse cake?
I eat mousse, all right.
I ain't living in a world where you're lighted.
You do?
Don't I?
If it happens, that will be the day
It's
I kill
delicious.
myself.
What's
gotta
chocolate
get
mousse
to the
cake
gym.
like? What is
It's
it?
just basically chocolate cake, right?
It's
No.
It's thick.
Rich.
It's thick, almost
Yeah.
like cheesecake, but it's chocolate.
Right.
It's like a
just-
mousse.
It's a cheese.
So it's
like a
kinda
cheesecake
like-
I'm all right with
chocolate.
that.
But you
I
won't
like
eat
it.
chocolate cheesecake.
I won't either.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
It's like a chocolate cheesecake, like a mousse.
Ah.
It's thick. It's
Yeah,
really
like
good.
icing.
It's nice.
It's thicker than Beyonce's ass.
It's so nice. So
Because
thick,
it's not
so
a cake
creamy.
texture, right?
No,
On
not
the
at all.
bottom is a little cake texture,
Creamy. It's
Yeah.
creamy.
but it's
Very
creamy.
Yes, very
Very
creamy.
creamy.
thick.
Very
You're
creamy.
getting Jeff all excited. It doesn't take much.
I had dinner with Bosie like last week, and he's trying to eat healthy. He had like just egg whites.
And cheese.
Really?
No cheese. It was just a plate of egg whites.
Don't you get enough of Bosie? You guys are going out to dinner
I
now,
love
too?
Bosie. Bosie's the man.
I'm
He is
starting to
the
get fond of Steve too. It's weird. It's really weird.
No, you were like you were a Steve Rago Perillo fan.
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, not much, but a little
I
bit.
don't know
I'll
what it is.
admit.
People just love me. I don't know why.
Because you're a lovable guy.
Because
You're
I
easy to
think it's
love.
because
Because we don't want you to like die yet.
I think it's because I'm like slightly insane, and people just want to be my friend, so I don't murder them.
Well, the slightly insane part,
be.
it's a fear. It's a fear
It's a
more,
fear, like,
more than
be
yeah.
nice to the crazy person.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like one day I'm just gonna go completely postal. And no, this again. Like this.
We won't be surprised.
Jesus Christ.
I only had this.
Yes, you only
tonight.
had.
I'm really tired.
That's what most people that have a drinking problem say. I only had this amongst the other.
What was
I have a drinking problem.
No, not at all, Steve.
what
No,
was
no.
Plagianos' reaction tonight to know people?
He was
being
just
there?
happy to be booked. Love you, Andy.
You know, that's about it. Next Friday, he's tearing the crap out of us.
No.
Oh, absolutely he is. Absolutely he is.
So how did your game show go? Let me ask that real quick. You posted a picture about like getting ready for a big show and everything.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
a game show. How'd that go?
It went great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it went great. It was just a library show. We were, it was. We didn't know that they were expecting 90 minutes. It was a teenage event, a
Okay.
teenage trivia night in a library, and most of these kids were just dropped off.
Right.
So we usually do an hour.
So the parents could go to the Comac Motor and got it. Okay. go ahead.
Exactly.
Yes.
So So it was probably around 8:00. We did almost an hour. I was started to say my goodnight
Right.
intros and whatnot, and they were like,
And they gave you the whole.
yeah, they were like, what
yeah,
are you
and
doing?
then one kid was like, no, you're going till 8:30. We're like,
We're like, what
what?
are you talking about? So
so I went out and asked the librarian. They're like, yeah, we put on the pamphlet that it was till 8:30. We're like, oh no.
I wasn't gonna tell these
Go get myself
guys,
another drink. I'll be right back.
I wasn't gonna leave. We couldn't leave and leave these guys in a room or anything. So we
Yeah, because the
do
librarian was
another
like,
half
well, we
hour.
can go and call all their mothers. I'm like, all right, we'll just do another half hour.
Well, just in case, because you're a little bit big, like almost as big as me. Or I'm almost as thin as you. However you want to put it,
How long
Steve.
do you want to stay on tonight?
I was.
I'll take a peep for you and see where he's at.
okay.
I know he was
So
down the hall.
I can still hear him. That's
Oh,
So I
okay.
figured,
Let me take a quick peep for you
Okay.
guys, okay?
So even security knows you guys, huh? I just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Wow. You get special treatment. You get like.
Because he didn't give me the right treatment one time, and I said, I'm called Nazi.
Yeah, as you should. You guys have your own parking spots here too.
She should.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, there should be a parking spot. There should be like there should be a table like the Liz Batapede table.
We have one in McGuire's.
Oh, you do?
We get this little table,
Yeah.
this little circle table. There's a poles that we could actually
It's a
see
good
the stage.
You guys are doing the poll over there?
I know this is getting better and better.
She did do the polo in
I did.
Bohemia.
What?
Yeah, by our table, she was like,
Oh, wait, you got to start from the beginning on this story.
So there's just a pole by our table at McGuire's. And she just was in a mood, and she just started dancing on it.
And what kind of mood would that be?
A good one.
Is there video or pictures of this pole dance?
Nope.
There's a picture
Is
somewhere
there?
in my phone.
Anybody throw like some dollar bills?
No,
or-
nobody was in there. Just the two of us, because we come so early.
Because the people were waiting online, and we were the only ones allowed in there.
Nice.
But in the big room, we have a table, usually.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We have two different ones we can use.
Nice.
Yeah,
It must be nice to have the run of the place, huh?
a little bit. We gotta get
We
this
got our
giggle
favorite.
room going.
We have our favorite spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. Wow. How do you like that?
Yeah, they deserve it. They're very supportive.
Yeah.
How many shows would you say a year you guys come? Is it every single weekend?
At
It's
one
close
point-
to it,
used
right?
to be, but I haven't felt good for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So,
You've been.
but otherwise, I'm here at least once a month.
Wow.
And usually once in McGuire's.
Right. Yeah.
McGuire's is not far from my house, so.
Right.
Like one night, I couldn't decide what I wanted to eat, and I'd rather eat food from Governor's, so I'm like, let me see if I got any tickets for free, so I can just go in there and have dinner, and that's what I do sometimes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I'd rather eat their food than whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true, the
I
food
love
is
their
great.
their shrimp quesadilla.
Oh, I never had it, but their quesadillas
Do you
are
like
good.
do you like
Uh,
shrimp? Like it's
Yes.
really good.
Yes, I usually get the steak one.
The what? The steak?
Yeah, it's so good.
My goodness.
I love steak.
Me
Their
too.
fries are good too.
The fries are very good here.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God. And can we ask how you're feeling? Can we ask? Is that
So
all right?
much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went from a wheelchair to the walker to.
Oh, I didn't know you were that bad.
Yeah.
Did
it
you?
was that
you
bad.
knew?
It was that
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that.
I couldn't go to Vic's show.
Yeah, I
Because
took my friend.
She went. She took a friend. I couldn't even walk.
Oh, wow.
The pain was so bad I couldn't even stand up.
Oh, so this wasn't the usual stuff.
No,
What happened? What did I miss here?
I don't know. I had pain, and doctors kept saying it's my back, which I do have a lot of bulging and herniated discs. But
Okay.
like I said, I was telling Sallie, my folate levels were very low, and as they gave me a prescription for it, and the more I took it, the pain started going away.
Oh, okay.
And I went to physical therapy, so I'm good now.
Right, okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, nice to see you up and about. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I haven't been around in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Next to Tony.
Okay. Jim Florentine is here, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Florentine, nice to see you. Marla.
Hi.
Bye, Marla. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. Great meeting
Jim Florentine, nice to see you, pal.
Thanks, man. Sorry, I had some buddies.
No,
come
it's
here.
cool. Totally cool. We're thrilled that you're here, man. And I need to apologize. I'm the pain in the ass that was, bugging you on Instagram and almost changed the dates on you and all that stuff. That was me. And
That's all right, man.
I was
It's
a
all
pain.
good.
I feel awful about that.
No, it's you make it work. Like, all right, we'll do it this day if we can't do it that day.
And then it ended up working. You got Don Sill doing the show with you. How the hell did you remember Don Sill?
I don't know.
That was the
I
weirdest
just remembered
thing.
that name.
Man, you must have boosted his ego like you wouldn't believe.
And I remember good times. I remember love coming to
Do you
Long
mind
Island.
moving a little bit this way? Sorry. Thanks so much.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
oh,
for the video.
We got
Nope,
the
the other way.
cameras
The other way.
Towards
Me,
Tony.
right?
All
Yeah,
right.
There
thank
you
you.
Nice.
But I remember, whenever I came to Long Island, I always get that Good Times newspaper.
Yeah.
And they always had
Oh, yeah.
comedians' reviews of shows in there,
Yep.
and they
All the
what the
music
metal
scene,
bands, the
yes.
music scene. I always loved that paper.
Yep.
And I just remembered his name from that.
That's crazy.
Because when he said Don, I go, wait, did you used to work
Are
for
you the
Good Times?
same?
He's like, yeah. I go, I remember that name.
Right.
And then I met John
Blend.
Yeah.
a couple years ago when I was out here doing a show.
Right.
And I never met him before. I'm like, dude, same thing with the newspaper and all that stuff. I said, I think he
Right.
wrote a bad review about my set, but it probably. He's like, yeah, probably. I go, yeah, I probably. It was
that's
probably
funny.
bad. Yeah, I go, I'm sure, but yeah. So I just, and I guess it's still around. Good Times.
It is. Yeah, none of those same people are with it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It is still.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they even have them in the lobby here.
Oh, really?
I should have had one waiting
yeah,
for you.
that's funny.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know. I just always remember that about Long Island. I just
Yeah, that's
remember that
wild.
name, Don Sill, for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Why do I know that? I don't even know my kid's birthday. I got him mixed up the other day, but I
Don's
know
really
Don
good at
Sill from
interviews,
friggin'
too.
15 years ago.
That's wild. So, Bite the Bullet is the latest special on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that because you're basically putting out stuff like your special yourself, right? And you're throwing it on YouTube, and then you basically then have people, if you liked it, Venmo me or PayPal. Like, that's an interesting way of doing things.
Well, a lot of comics are doing now. If you can't get a Netflix or an HBO special, like
Yeah.
that's the formula. And even if they donate, they don't donate. At least people are going to see it,
Right.
and hopefully that translates into more people coming to see in a comedy club, and that's what you
Okay.
want.
Right.
So if you put it behind a paywall, like on Amazon Prime, like I got a few specials on Amazon Prime, you can rent it or buy it.
Right.
But you got to go find it. It's dig and dig on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. It's right on the phone.
Sure.
Right.
I'm just a comic telling jokes, so you don't need to see it on a big screen. I'm just standing there telling dick jokes.
Right.
So you don't need to go, I got to wait till I get home. It's on an action flick. So that's been the model. And, so obviously I didn't have a place to, if Netflix said, hey, I want to give you $1 million to film a special, I'd be on Netflix, but that ain't going to happen. So I'm
Right.
like, that's fine.
But does it, I guess, but you'd have to be a guy like of your level to kind of, I don't want to say pull it off, but to make it work, like a up and comer couldn't. Do you think an up and comer could take that approach? Or?
I mean, they could, yeah. And then once they start building a following, send everybody there, see their stand up. I think anybody could do it, really.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to be, in New York City at the Comedy Cellar to try to make it so somebody could put you on TV. You could build up your own audience.
Yeah.
Right.
So somebody could put that out there. Everyone's putting like clips of their stand up out. Like that's the big thing.
Oh, sure.
On Instagram, TikTok, and that's the new formula now. And then
Right.
one of them might go viral and like, holy shit, who is this guy? And then
Right.
it just catch on. I mean,
Okay.
I remember Bert Kreischer was doing, he's selling out comedy clubs every show. and he put that whole Russian mob story on Facebook.
Right.
And it put him in theaters.
Yep.
And that story's been around for a while. He's been telling it for years, and it just caught wind. And next thing you know, he's playing theaters.
Yeah,
he's
true.
a monster actor.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So you just never know. I mean, it's all luck of the draw, but
Right.
you just want more eyes on it. And you could shoot a comedy special really cheap. Before it was like, $250,000 or something, 150,000, so like, I'm not going to do that.
Well, now you just get a college kid.
You can almost do it on 3 iPhones and put it together. So, it's easier now to do.
And it's great. The Bite the Bullet, I laughed my ass off. I thought it was fantastic. The ex-wife having more rings than Brady, I laughed my balls off on that line, man. I loved it. And I got it.
I don't know if my ex-wife liked it, but I'm glad you did.
Well, she's the ex. Who cares?
Exactly. But no, any sports fans get that. So
of course.
They get the break. Yeah. I forgot because it was another. Oh yeah, I think I did say it. I actually did that joke tonight on stage, and then I usually said she must have been mad when Brady won that one to Tampa.
Yes.
She's like, oh, now I got to trick 3 more guys.
That's fantastic. And how'd it go this weekend?
They're phenomenal.
Yeah, it's always a good crowd here, right?
I love it that they don't do late shows.
Right. Yeah.
A drunk late,
right?
Especially a Friday night at Governor's. So it's like, whew, all right, I'm gonna plow through this. It's almost like playing at a strip club.
Right.
Like, all right, I just gotta fucking play. You never know. It just takes that.
Yeah.
You'd always get like these bachelor parties would come here.
Right.
The bachelorette parties are annoying enough.
Yeah.
But the drunk guys, like 12 of them.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my God.
At least the bachelorette, you hope they'll start making out.
Then it's okay. No, because they start crying, and one's puking in the parking lot.
They talk amongst themselves for the whole
they got the penis
show.
straws.
Right.
They're on their phone, and the bill comes, and they all want it. No, I'll get it. No, I'll get it.
Right.
I didn't order 4 wines. Why am I paying for her?
Yeah.
So the early shows are great. I love it because the crowd's not as drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
They pay attention. Yeah.
You didn't drive back to Jersey last night, did you?
I did, yeah.
Really?
It wasn't bad. It was only like an hour and 20.
Oh, all right. That's not bad.
Yeah. I usually stay out here, but then I'm like, what am I going to do from, if I kicked out of a hotel like 1 till like 7 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
I got everything. In my town, we got the same shit. We got Kohl's, Home Depot, fucking Fridays.
Right.
Staples.
Yeah.
We got the same stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah, true.
Can't really go sightseeing out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's see if this Kohl's has the Guns N' Roses shirt like the one by my house in Jersey.
Right.
Hey, all right. Thanks for that segue. Guns N' Roses, that metal show. Holy shit. I still miss that show, man. Loved that metal show. Loved it.
No, I miss it too. I mean, look, we had a good run.
You had a great run, yeah.
7 years, 130 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, in TV time, that's amazing that
Absolutely.
it lasted that long. So eventually it's going to come to an end. But the whole company, Viacom, basically just, was in trouble financially. So they just had someone cut in, and they just cut pretty much everything, including our show and everything else. So,
but I think there's one thing that I think has been overlooked with that show was just you guys as hosts. The way you guys interviewed people. In fact, I've talked about on here. It really kind of, it was a nice feel. Like you guys it was like watching guys hanging out having a laugh. It wasn't just, I mean, you guys asked questions and you asked great questions, but there were a lot of laughs. There was a lot of just hanging out and talking. And that's the kind of vibe we try to make in here, man. And you guys had great guests, always had great guests. You had good bits and the top tens and all that, but the interview style that the three of you brought to it together, I never really hear anybody talk about that. So for a guy that we run this studio for Governors, so we're always trying to get good content and stuff. So you guys, that was a big deal for us. That it was like an inspiration. So,
right. No, I appreciate that. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Look, me and Don were friends for a long time. We got good chemistry. And then, we didn't know Eddie, but Eddie Trunk.
Oh, the way you busted his balls.
Oh, I know.
So
but then he was,
this from your mom. I don't know how this got in here.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking great.
But,
every time.
and we, he had a show on Q104.
Right.
At Friday nights, it was a heavy metal show from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So me and Don be coming home from comedy gigs and listening like, man, this guy likes the same music as us.
And he knows his shit.
He knows his shit. So we met him at a concert. He goes, well, you guys are comics. Come on my radio show. and we'll talk comedy and we'll play some music. So we started hanging out on Friday night at a show. He goes, I work at VH1. He had another show. He goes, I'm going to pitch this show. Just 3 dudes talking about heavy metal, like any guys in bars would do.
Right.
And they picked up an episode. All right, we'll give you a pilot episode. And then it just took off from there. So we were all friends. We all grew up in Jersey.
Right.
I mean, we didn't know, we met Eddie later on, but they're like, hey, do some ball busting, do some interviews. And we knew we were all metalheads, so it wasn't like we had to do any research when these guys came in.
Yeah, it was all
we knew our
natural.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, no, that's how we want to kind of keep it, like kind of just, a little awkward.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like, the Tonight Show. Where
Right.
everything's
Oh, it was always
proper.
you and Jameson on Eddie. It was always
and it was just
him
like,
on his own.
Like a girl would come up. I'm like, what's your question? You got a boyfriend? Just stupid shit. I'm like, where do you live? I go, I might move there. Just make it uncomfortable.
Right,
I don't know.
right.
We just like doing it. And the producers loved it too. Yeah, and then we just, throw stuff at Eddie. Eddie, let's get in here.
Right.
Your mom wants to. But no, it was fun doing it, man.
And as a metalhead, you must have. I mean, that must have been like a dream come true to get to talk to all these guys.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Every time, Angus Young, Brian Johnson,
Sammy Hagar,
Michael Anthony.
Yeah.
Then, every season was a different one. The guys from Iron Maiden and everybody from Sabbath. Iommi, Geezer Butler.
Right.
So it was awesome. And Trunk knows those guys, so they felt comfortable coming in.
Yeah.
And then also like those metal guys, like they're not going on the Tonight Show.
Right.
If Dawkins got a new album out, they're not going on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel. They'll come to our show. Our show was like the Tonight Show for them.
Absolutely. Sure.
So they were, it was cool. And they're older now, so no one was a dick.
Right.
No one came in with an attitude or
Sure.
any of that shit. They were just happy to be
they
on
loved
it.
to be there. I mean, you had, like Adler popping out of the cake. Like
Yeah,
they loved coming into, being a part of that and getting into it. I got the wrap it up notification, so I'll make this quick. But sticking with that theme, what do you think? The Van Halen tribute thing, good idea, bad idea? What do you think?
It's weird. I mean, David Lee Roth, Alex Van Halen, Jason Newsted, but he said he might not do it, and Satriani. I don't know. It's like...
Yeah.
And then do you bring in Sammy and Michael? Like, I don't know. It is kind of weird. But at the same time, but it's good. The music still gets out there still. I don't know.
What I want to know is why is not Wolfgang playing bass?
Right. We just saw him.
Wolfgang,
We just saw him in concert.
He's amazing. And Dirty Honey, the opening band.
Dirty Honey. I never heard of them before. I
Aren't
was
they
blown
great?
away, man.
They're great, man.
Yeah, I went out and got the couple of CDs immediately.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys are good.
Really good.
Yeah.
But you think Wolfgang, if it makes more sense if it's Wolfgang, Alex, Dave, and then a different guitar player.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to get Jason Newsted, I don't know why they would, like, he's a metal bass player. I mean, I guess he could do the Michael Anthony stuff, but does he do backup vocals? And so, I don't know.
Yeah, and Wolfgang's voice is so good.
But
I just think that Dave and Sammy don't get along, so I don't see that happen. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I heard there was a whole thing they were going to try to do the whole
Right,
thing
before
with
he
Sammy
died. Right.
and Michael and Dave.
They said
and
even
everybody.
Sharon was going to be in on that, they said.
Right, which
Yeah.
would be great. I don't know. I mean, Dave, I love Dave. I'm a huge Dave fan. But,
Yeah.
his voice, he's older. He's 67, 68.
Right. I mean,
so
not everybody can be like Sammy, be in his 70s and still sing like
Still
that.
sing like that, too.
Unbelievable,
So,
right?
and
We
there's
saw him at
egos.
Jones Beach a couple of
Oh,
years
he's
ago.
fantastic,
He's
man.
fantastic.
He's unbelievable. And his band is great, too. So I don't know. I mean, I would go see it, but it's just weird. It's a weird lineup.
Yes. But that's it exactly. But you wouldn't miss it. It's a weird lineup, but you got to go check it out.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been a huge fan. I saw him twice on the comeback tour.
Right, yeah.
With Dave and stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, look, all these guys are getting older. I mean, Ozzy's like 73 now.
I know.
It's crazy,
I was
right?
saying to him, I was like, the next decade's going to be really painful.
It's painful. I know.
Every month it's going to hurt.
I just saw Billy Joel for the first time at the Garden. I never saw him before. I said, I want to see him.
He
before
lost
anything
all that
happens.
weight, though. He's going to live like another
He
10,
was
20 years
amazing.
now.
I saw all these old the Elton John in the last couple of years. Bob Seger,
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
Joel, The Who.
But
Yeah.
you didn't see Phil Collins, did you?
No.
We saw Phil Collins.
He hates Phil Collins.
Oh, really?
I don't hate him. It's just that
It was good.
that
I watched-
80s stuff is
We have
just,
a dog that looks like Mike Rutherford.
well, the Genesis stuff was, I don't know, he was so silly. The 80s, the Susu Studio.
I watched the you on Kumia from last summer, and they go on and on about Phil Collins.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just
so
so
funny.
I laughed
songs
my
that
ass
still
off.
stand the test of time. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
And he was always trying to be funny in the videos, like
He's
he was
always
singing out of
goofy,
his
yeah.
drumstick, and then they're fucking doing that stupid wall. I don't know, just.
Oh yeah, the wall.
He annoyed me because he was in a part of. He was like the Dave Grohl. I love Grohl, but like
Yeah.
before Grohl, he had to do everything on Live Aid. He flew from England, and he had to
Right.
fly to Philly to play drums in both bands. All right, dude.
Right.
But the 80s, everything in the 80s was goofy. He was just like,
Yeah,
spirit.
Yeah,
normal
but some
goofy.
reason that stuck out. Susu Studio, and then what's his other ones? Easy Lover. That was,
Yeah. One More Night, Against All Odds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just I feel bad for the guy. You know, he married these train wrecks of women.
Yeah.
They took all his
the
money.
Same one a couple of times.
Yeah, and then the one before took like 3/4 of his
Right.
money over in England. So
But that one, she took, I think it was like $50 million or something. But then he got back with her.
yeah,
And she took it again.
She took it again.
took it again, and then she married a male escort.
That's exactly what I got right here.
Yeah.
These are my notes for our show on Monday.
Yeah.
It turns out the guy she married, well, she was living with Phil again, married this guy while she's still living with Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turns out the guy was an escort, and now they're getting divorced. They were married for a whole, 6 months or something.
You know what the problem is with a lot of musicians? They need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Which is
They're-
amazing to me.
They only know how to play an instrument. They stayed in their room their whole childhood.
They're
and
like
just,
20-year-olds
right.
forever. Yeah.
So they need a woman to take care of them. So
Right.
and they get in these destructive relationships because they don't know how to do anything but play that instrument.
Yes.
They're amazing at that. They don't know anything else.
Right.
So when you get that and you pick the wrong woman,
Right.
it works out. You get like a Sharon Osbourne, got Ozzy in shape,
Yeah.
Sure.
got him off the couch, had a great career.
Right.
But then you get these other women that just I'm going to
A
take
lot of them
advantage
got
of this
lucky,
guy.
like Ringo Starr. I mean, like everyone.
yeah.
A lot of them got really lucky.
But even actors, too. Anybody watch this Johnny Depp shit? I mean, this guy can't even speak in
yeah.
full sentences when you watch
Poor
some of
guy.
the clips on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
He's something's not right there.
Well, that's another
Crazy.
one. She's the crazy wild woman.
Right.
He was married, living in France on a farm. He's like, all right, this is boring. I did this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this girl comes and rocks his world, and then he gets involved with that too.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
I know.
shit. All right. I don't want to keep you. I appreciate the time you had, crazy weekend. But this was
I
was
appreciate
great,
you
man.
having me. Absolutely. Yeah. No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
And
Thanks
maybe
for your time.
maybe we'll do a Zoom again at some point. And,
Yeah, I could do
talk
it.
some
No
more.
problem. Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
a Zoom. Definitely.
That'd
yeah.
be great, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate your time. Big fan. So this was a big
Thank
deal,
you.
man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
Bite the Bullet. Go check it out on YouTube.
Thanks again.
Jim Florentine. Thank you, pal.
No problem, man.
All right. Very nice. Okay. So that's it. We're out of here too, then, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So so we like. Oh, and my apologies to Liz and Melissa.
They wanted to go up front anyway. They
Okay.
needed to,
All right. Cool.
Take
So
off, but-
yeah, thanks to them for stopping in. Thank you to everybody who stopped in tonight. We had a full house in here
Yeah,
tonight.
it was
huh?
fun.
Eric Tartaglione, who had a great set tonight with Chris Williamson and Marla Schultz. Of course, Steve Rocco Perillo and Jeff Bosi who's hanging out.
I just came in to say goodbye because
Yeah, we're-
that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come say goodbye because you had a very
That was cool.
very interesting guest.
Now, how did that? Were you a part of that? Getting him to come in, or were you a part of that? or-
I flagged them down,
You
and
did.
I was like, "Listen, I'll show a little nipple." No, I'm joking. No, I flagged
My
him
little
down.
pink
and
rabbit
he
nipple.
was very happy to come in and say hello.
Yeah, he
So-
said he was going
Yeah,
to, but
yeah.
but
No,
So
and-
thank you.
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
no, and like I said, you guys had a great conversation about stuff that I know nothing about, like music. I mean, I danced to a beat of a porta potty, and but anyways, thank
Dance
you.
to a beat of a porta potty.
Oh yeah, because you sit there and you're trying to force one out, and you're like boom, 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 boom. No, I'm joking. I have nothing else to say tonight because I'm tired. I mean, really, why are you really putting me on the spot like that?
I just didn't know what that meant.
It's the end of the show. That's it. You had Mr. Florentine come in.
Jim
and,
Florentine,
you
yeah.
know, and then that's about it. So.
That's not. Yeah. So again, Eric Tartaglione, Chris Williamson, Tim Gage, Marla Schultz, Carla Okeson, Jeff, of course, Steve Rocco Perillo, Jim
Elizabeth
Florentine,
Batapede.
Liz Batapede, and Melissa.
Yeah.
This was a fun night.
Very fun.
Very
Good
nice
stuff.
So thank you, everybody, and thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us. We are not on next week. There is no Green Room show next week because next Saturday is Sallie's birthday.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
Happy
we'll
birthday.
be banging. So we will be here.
Isn't that supposed to be for your birthday? But you think she wants to like
My
do that?
birthday is Thursday,
Well,
so
so
we just
yeah.
put it together and
Oh,
celebrate
okay.
with banging.
We
Oh, well,
banged
that's
for
nice.
3 days straight.
That's right,
Well, it's the gift that keeps on.
banging.
Yes.
Gifts that keeps on banging. But Sallie and I will be here on Monday. I don't know. We may have guests on Monday. I'm not even sure. On Tuesday, Sean Brown will be hanging out with me. Sean Brown.
Wow, coming back out of
yeah.
retirement, part 82.
Exactly. This is, I think, like his third or fourth time, right? So there you go. And then, lots of good stuff coming up next week. So, once again, thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sallie and I will see you Monday at 11. Thank you, pal.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.